won't. But that appeared at said place literally within the past week, and I put a little like on their post. You know what I mean?
No.
I see it. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I should probably go get that. It was just crazy timing there.
Reese's
Pieces.
Reese's Rare Comics.
Yeah, I know who that is. I picked up some of my first 6 Hulks from him. One of them, I think it was number 3. When we were here,
hey, look at that! Look at that guy. He's out here in sunny California. He's up at 4:30 in the morning. Welcome to you, sir.
San Diego, a whale's vagina.
This is a great Chris. What is texting me when he first day he was here? He's like, he was checking out the USS Midway. Well, he was there. You know, just he said, "Damn, you know this carrier's big." I said, "Which carrier was it?" And he's telling me, "Oh, it's the Midway." I said, "Oh, it's one of the little baby ones."
The little ones, yeah.
Oh, it's the itty bitty K baby.
We got like what, 13 of them? Not counting the decommissioned.
Well, the Midway is decommissioned.
Yeah, that's why I said not counting.
Yeah.
We got the Yorktown over here.
I got the Hornet. Got the Hornet up here in the Bay Area. And then we go to we have the Hornet, the Hornets in Oakland, and in San Francisco we have the Pompanito, which is a USS, which is a World War II submarine.
Yeah,
famously used in Periscope Down, that
the comedy movie.
that huge movie.
I think it's called Down Periscope.
Down Periscope Down. Either way, tomato.
Kelsey Grammer's in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's
like this show. Is it Legions Lair or is it Weekend? You know?
That's already been updated.
Oh, look at you. Phenomenal.
See? Look in the corner.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. How about this week, huh?
I think I'm about as tired as you are right now.
I was really, I would tell you, I was tempted to go back to bed.
I was up hanging out, just chilling, kind of sitting around on YouTube till like till about 1 a.m. I just didn't feel like going to bed.
I have those days, and usually, unfortunately, they're usually Thursdays, which is not good for me.
You know where you're tired, but you're not sleepy? Like you're exhausted physically, but you're not sleepy.
Uh-huh.
That's how I felt yesterday.
I did notice like something that the YouTube algorithm, I noticed something. This is sort of related. You'll see where I'm going with this.
Okay.
It adapts throughout the day to you, is what I have found. So the other night, I was up really late, 2-3 in the morning, whenever I having this thing, and I had TV on, and as I'm going through the feed on YouTube, more and more of the videos were videos of, you know, this to sleep, go to sleep by, this to help you fall to sleep in like 5 minutes. I can't read that. It's there. 6 missed alarms. Got it. But so it was like the YouTube feed was going, hey, it's super early in the morning. You must have insomnia. Here's a whole bunch of stuff to help you sleep.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah, definitely
that was pretty crazy. Some of them were just sounds, and some of them were like, you know, monotonous storytelling, and or history, or you know.
I get a lot of those. There's like 2 to 3 hour long history stories with like the monotone voice, or either Matt and Shane history compilations to fall asleep to and stuff like that.
One time I had the mutants, all the X-Men mutants to fall asleep, you know, and their powers to fall asleep to. And it was just like went A through Z, telling you like here's your X-Men characters or mutants and their power set in the most monotonous way.
I think that'd put me to sleep for sure.
I think I
felt a wave just from
didn't.
saying X-Men powers to fall asleep. Like,
Yeah, I didn't get past the A's. Which coincidentally then it leads us into X-Men 97, I suppose.
I ain't been watching it. Has it been good?
I know that I've seen a lot of people saying how much they're enjoying it. I think it's okay, but I've never been an X-Men guy to begin with. I thought the first season was more interesting. This season is a lot of stuff with Apocalypse.
This season hasn't gotten the chatter like the first season did. That's for sure.
No. I mean, it was kind of cool. Like they did an episode where they introduced like X-Force, and they changed the intro so it was X-Force versus like whatever it was, the X Factor, and
I was about to say that's the one that I think it was most chit chatted about, just how cool the intro was with the X-Force.
Right. I mean, the stuff with Apocalypse, I don't know. I admittedly I don't know about Apocalypse's origin or anything else, but
He's Egyptian.
So, well, that I know, but I mean, as far as like his history, I don't know that stuff. So I'm watching it so I don't know how much of the stuff is adapted or made for this cartoon or whatever. But so it was interesting though. They brought they had Kang there in Ramen Tut form, and they very much basically without saying it did everything but everything visually to show you that celestial technology involved with him in his final form.
Kang or
Apocalypse. That like because they have him in his normal mutant form, and then later on as we know him today in his mech suit type stuff. That it was brought on his final evolutionary step was brought on through celestial technology. At least that's how I interpreted all the visuals that were very Jack Kirby celestial stuff, or Eternals / Celestials. And then there was a really cool scene that was like a night. It was like a scene they were kind of bringing into transitioning scenes, and they had a night sky, and subtly in the stars there was a silhouette of a watcher, which was kind of cool at one point. I thought I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's not like overt, but like if you knew type thing what you were seeing. It was very kind of cool. But other than that, I mean, I'm like,
You had your barbecue this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So you probably didn't get to get out on Sunday to the theater, did you?
I went out to the theater on Sunday or Monday.
You did
Monday.
go.
I went on Monday, yeah. So I wasn't part of the opening weekend. I didn't think it was like the greatest thing ever. I gave it a solid probably 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it, but I tried to describe it to my wife. I was like, oh, I don't know. There was something intangible that was difficult to kind of explain. It's like, it was like 3 hours, but it didn't seem like 3 hours. And I'm not really sure what did they do for 3 hours? Because they sure as hell was just kind of skipped over bits of this journey. It was like, I don't know. It was like, there was just something about it that was a little bit off.
I think that's a cool way to describe it. There's something that was just intangible about the experience I had. Because I doubt you watched it, but I did one of it's like as soon as I walked out of the theater, like while I'm still there, like did a review, and there's an aspect of that feeling present when I walked out as well, like which I find extremely enjoyable. Like it actually made me feel something that I had to actually like sit there and an attempt to understand what I was feeling and why I couldn't explain part of it, kind of thing. And for me, it wasn't in a negative way whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it wasn't negative. I don't think there was anything necessarily bad with the movie. Now, I didn't see it in IMAX.
Neither did I. I saw it on the island, the good one, in
Yeah,
the little small theater they have there.
yeah. So it was funny. He's like, because I was talking to my son, and he said he was asking me questions about like, scopes of, battle scenes and stuff like, because he was comparing it to Dunkirk, where people had complained about like this, there was only like 100 people when there should have been thousands or something, because they were unwilling to use, digital effects to make the crowds bigger or something. I said, you know what? I don't know. I said there was no, maybe if I was watching super widescreen, there might have been some scene. There wasn't. First of all, I said there wasn't a lot of scenes where there was like tons. There's supposed to be huge armies. That's Troy, not the Odyssey. I said there's like a small scene, a small bit where they're sacking Troy, where there's lots of people. I said, now I don't know. Maybe on a full 70 millimeter IMAX thing, there's more wide shot to it that would show that. But I said, cropped on a regular screen, everything was full of people where it needed to be. Otherwise, everything's like a boat or two full of people. There's no more than 30 something people at any given time. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really liked a lot the practical effects feeling of it, because you get that feeling with it. You get it actually, because you gotta, man, you remember the Ridley Scott days? Like, Ridley Scott's still around, but the days when Ridley Scott just made all these epics like Gladiator, Robin Hood. He's made a bunch of period piece epics where they use like tons of extras. I think Exodus, Gods and Generals, or whatever they called it, Gods and Man. But it had that feeling to it. I love that feeling watching these historical films where like they're outside, where they got large groups of people. It just gives you such a grounded sense of realism. Like, despite what the movie may be about or anything else, that aspect of it just brings something else to it.
I will say it was hilarious. Good morning, madam.
Hey, Rob. Thank you for your kind message this morning.
You're welcome. One of the most hilarious things to me is like, this is how you know you live with a nerd, or as a nerd, you've raised a nerd. My son's question to me poignantly was about the axes, and he wanted to know
the axes were wrong.
Exactly. He's going like, well, for Bronze Age axes, they should be da 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 da. He's like asking me about how they're crafted and shit. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I didn't pay attention, and I don't care. They could have been Home Depot fucking axes for all I care, because I didn't go to the movie about a fucking that's not a real event to go watch it for historical accuracy. I want enough to suspend my disbelief.
Oh yeah, they nailed that.
And I'm just there to watch a fucking thing. I did though, that this is the first of these movies where I'd seen where they put the handles down and used the handles and the axe heads to create the loop, rather than put the loop on the end of the handle. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
I got like 3 references that my brain thinks of, because historically that's the most iconic part of the story, right? Like when he strings the bow and takes the shot.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 1997 movie, the 2-part TV special with Amado Sante, which was like always my go-to for the Odyssey. Like, read the Odyssey in school, but that movie was always like where my brain goes, because it was like the most recent visual representation that I had. And they do it completely accurate, where the axes are blade down, and it's that little loop at the bottom of the handle where you would normally string like a little leather handle or something through it. Is that kind of like the point of it?
I think you would string it onto your belt or something.
Yeah, like to string it onto something or hang it on the wall. It's pretty much got your little hang dang on the bottom. And they shoot through those. They run the string through it to make sure they're lined up and all that. But if you watch a lot of movies over the last 15 years, Artesian Pictures, just like how Universal Studios has the title roll around the planet, Paramount has the mountain with the stars come by, Artesian Pictures has the man who's made, it's a statue who pulls the arrow back, and when he shoots it through, but he's shooting it through the blade. Like the axe, it's like the axes on that are the ones that have like the cutout on the blade. He's shooting through the blade. And then now through Nolan's, they just got the axes tied together.
And that's where my son started going off and saying, like, well, it should have a hole in the blade. And that was typical of the Bronze Age and how they forged it and something. I'm like, oh, dude, okay, I'm glad that you know this shit.
Why are you trying to big dog your dad
where
right
he
now?
gets it from, Rob.
Why are you trying to big dog your dad?
But I didn't give a shit. I just enjoyed it. You know, it was like, okay. Anyways, yeah, it was kind of one of those things. Good morning, Scotty.
Good morning, Rob.
Bro,
Good morning,
you were
Mark.
kidding
Good
when you
morning,
said you set
Stephanie.
an alarm, brother. I set an alarm too. I slept through all 6 of them.
I set an alarm for you, Marky. I've been trying to make it. I've been trying to make it here for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Not even back-to-back weeks, so it's even more impressive. It's been a longer span of time.
The last thing on this movie that I thought was hilarious, for all the hullabaloo about Elliot Page coming into this movie before it aired, I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
2 seconds.
It's like exactly. It's like, oh hi.
I mentioned that in my walkout review too. Like, I'll be honest with you, the casting is still really laughable because the first time you see Elliot Page, Elliot's running down a beachhead in armor that's clearly too heavy for the actor, like goofily running, and like it caught me off guard because it's the opening 2 minutes of the movie. You get a less than 1 minute clip, and then you go straight to Elliot Page, and it actually made me laugh. But then the application of that to the story later, I felt was done really, really well. Like,
yes,
really, really well. And then the scene in Hades, really, really well. Like,
yeah,
like you got to call balls and strikes, people. Like, the casting is goofy, that is true. The performance was solid as a rock, that is also true. Like, no one's ever accused Elliot Page of not being a talented actor, ever, ever.
And it was a piece that ties the beginning and end of the movie together.
Yeah, and being a tiny little soldier was actually, that's part of the story, meant to be, not qualified to be there.
Yeah,
like that's the part that actually is
wasn't even contextualized.
Yeah, not supposed to be
wasn't
there.
even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, this is my off day. Wait, why did everyone leave me? So sometimes you have to say that looks stupid, and it does, and then you have to watch it and be that's goofy, and it is. Then you go, that's why they did it. It's actually part of the story, meant to be that. Good morning, Jay. Scotty, man, catch us up with everything that's been going on since the last time you were on the channel hanging out with us.
Okay, I haven't used this.
Everything.
Everything. You didn't miss much. Can you guys hear me okay? I haven't used this mic setup in a while.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
You're pretty good, but I am going to increase your volume on my end to see if that helps a little bit.
Okay.
You're clear. You're just kind of
you sound sexy and smooth.
Okay, basically what had happened, what I've been up to. I started doing, I've been doing the channel for a long time, and I really got on making these videos that I really enjoyed making. I was learning about these cartoonists. The videos were a little on the taboo side. I'm sorry.
I think your mic isn't going into that microphone. I think it might be going into your.
It's hard to hear you.
Hit this setting and see where the on the StreamYard and see where it's hit the microphone button and see which one's.
Or tap on the mic.
Oh yeah, you can also tap on the mic. We can hear you, but it does seem like there's a distance between you and the microphone.
Okay.
Just give us a mic tap.
Oh yeah, tap on it to see real quick.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, you might just keep the volume up. I turned your volume up on my end. I can't. That's most I can do.
Just go ahead and project a little bit there, Vaughn.
Scream as you talk.
No, don't scream. Just project.
Come on, Steph.
I guess she's only going to do it.
It's so early.
Maybe take a bump of some cocaine. Madam got you covered.
No, you got me
There we
covered.
go. We made it.
Reading
What,
this morning.
20, we made it 22 minutes.
Oh no! Before Steph even came on, her invite
Just
said, "Why
relax.
don't you come on and sell your cocaine and join the panel?" Oh, now we've got some. Now we got the YouTube playing in the background.
I can hear you, Scotty.
What I've been up to.
I can hear you, Scotty.
You can hear me? I'll talk. Okay, if I talk in my regular voice, which is really loud, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We do have YouTube echo in the background.
Do you have it on the TV or your phone or something?
No, I don't have YouTube on at all.
No, that's us coming through. That's our StreamYard coming through. So it's picking up everything in your room. I don't know why it just doesn't project it more. That's odd. Yeah, you're good though. Just go for it, man.
Okay.
That's
all
annoying.
right. Let me hold on.
It's
Okay.
it's
I can
about a
come back
solid
on- I
two.
can-
It's about 2 seconds delay. We hear ourselves.
Hold on. Let me back out. I'm gonna come in a different way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what she said.
I'll be back. I will be back.
I think that's what you said.
Oh, that's true. He did say that after she suggested it. Why don't you back out of there and try slipping in a different way?
Whoa, sport. Back
Well,
up.
no one said slip it in, so.
Oh, just jam it in. Okay, there you go. Jeez, I was trying to be gentle and love and caress it. You know, you're just going
I am curious.
wham bam. Thank you, madam.
Staying on the topic since we're while we wait on Scotty, but judging from Stephanie's conversations and stuff over the last week popping in, I feel like you're in the I'm not seeing that shit camp when it comes to the Odyssey.
For me,
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you about the Odyssey for me.
Okay.
Went to go see it, I think that Friday night, right? Which was a mistake to begin with. Okay. So I get in there and I watched the first, I want to say 5-10 minutes, right? And then I promptly have a very expensive nap. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You have
Yeah,
a what?
and then it was over. It was time to go.
Welcome
and
to
I got
middle
to go
age.
nap in the car.
That's why I watched mine at 9 in the morning.
Yes.
And I saw mine Monday morning at 9 a.m.
See, I
Beautiful.
should-
You know how many
Yeah.
people in the theater with me? About a handful. That's
Yeah.
it. I do
I
love
went
it.
at 3:15 on a Friday on an island. It was about half full, and
I
I
saw
would
you on
just-
the island last time.
I was like locked in. I mean, I was really excited. The idea of a Christopher Nolan film, like take the story, the actors, all that. The idea of a Christopher Nolan told experience, like I'm very, very, very excited for. Like whether it's Tenet or Oppenheimer, Odyssey, like I'm just excited on a base level to watch from like a very critical of the technical aspect of it kind of thing. You know, I enjoy. There's some directors that are like that. Fincher's like that. Nolan's like that. Spielberg even has that aspect to him where you want to see what muscles they're going to flex as professional filmmakers. That was enough to keep
it's their
me.
perspective. It's their perspective that makes it special. You
Yeah.
know, so it's how he sees the world, how he wants to portray it.
It's fun. Is like normally I do this early morning thing, and so I'm kind of a little nervous because this Sunday I have to go. My tickets are at 4 p.m.
Oh,
for
late night for Rob.
Exact Sunday at 4 p.m. Yeah, it is. But my wife's going to go with me. We have the anniversary showing of The Fifth Element.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that'll be cool. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Neil
Haven't
looks
seen.
great in that
Love
movie.
to see that in a big screen again.
I still remember that
Awesome.
foil embossed VHS for that movie.
Man, I had that
Thanks for
movie.
awesome.
That was one of the few movies I bought on VHS. I bought it on DVD. I bought the Criterion edition. I bought the Blu-ray version. I must own
Good
probably
movie.
so many
Is it with Chris
versions.
Tucker too? Chris Tucker and Ian.
Yeah, he plays Ruby Rod,
Yeah.
the social media influencer who IRL streams through the movie, and we all thought it was batshit crazy back then.
Yes.
Right.
Now it's
That may have been the
Now-
first
He belonged in the
time.
Hunger
Yeah.
Games,
Now
really.
today, now, if you do want to see Ruby Rod, check out Chris as he's walking around San Diego Comic-Con.
Does he have the unicorn horn?
Love you, Chris.
I know, the unicorn.
Shout out to Chris, man. Hope you're having fun, brother.
They obviously no hair anyways. All right. Scotty,
All right, Scotty.
welcome.
Scott, tell us a story.
Okay. All right. I got into, obviously you guys know I do a YouTube channel. We all do.
You wait, you YouTube? Oh, now he just cut out.
I did.
Oh,
I will say I'm not currently monetized, but we'll get to that. I basically was doing a YouTube channel, and I really got into covering these.
Oh, we lost him again.
You cut out.
Let's see.
There you are.
Yeah, I keep getting these pop-ups from StreamYard. That's weird.
What's it saying?
It's wanting to use my microphone, but
No, you muted it.
I hit allow 3 times. Okay, all right. I started making these videos, and it proved to be successful for me. The channel was getting traction, and my YouTube channel was growing. It allowed me to get monetized, and I was having fun doing it. I was having a lot of fun doing it. But I ran into a lot of problems with YouTube and their ever-growing list of restrictions, and probably just not the platform to do that on. It's sort of a double-edged sword because the same thing that got me, that's what got me monetized. It seemed to be what people wanted to see from the channel. I just could not do that on YouTube. YouTube's just constantly coming at me with stuff. And I would do the best of my ability to cover the different artists and the different topics. But it just, I don't know, YouTube wasn't having it. And they gave me a strike. So I started cleaning up the videos, and I got it to where they couldn't strike me anymore. And
Just as we're on YouTube too, makes us more curious for the details. What was the specificities of the strike?
I think he was doing more adult stuff, right?
Yeah, but he's doing it topical and historically and stuff like that. He wasn't.
I was doing it from an educational, from a historical point of view. I was trying to educate people on the artist, and it was fully censored. Everything. I really, after getting in trouble a couple of times, I really was watching myself.
Which isn't fun.
After a little while, they hit me with a copying. I dropped a video about AC Comics about 6 or 7 months ago, and they hit me with a copying. I do not copy anything. I go out and I research. I glance at Wikipedia maybe for some references. But I do pretty good research. Like, I'm pretty proud of myself on the research that I do on these people. But I got it basically accused. What they used to suspend me indefinitely was copying. They're accusing me of copying. So that's, and the problem is I can prove that I'm not copying, but I can't get to a real person on YouTube to prove such. So that's my dilemma. I'm currently suspended for monetization until I can prove that I'm not copying, which I can prove in 5 minutes, but I can't get to a real person.
You got to send a bunch of emails first, then, or something.
Do you have an X account?
No, but somebody actually told me to tag them on X.
They talk back pretty quickly on X.
Because I mean, I feel like if a real person looked at my videos, you could tell that I did my own research, and you know, even if somebody theoretically did go to like Wikipedia and just copied it, if you put it in your own words, it's not copying.
Well, that's not copying at all. That's learning something and then disseminating the information yourself, you know.
But I just kind of feel like with the direction that YouTube was trying to go into and the direction, you know, I feel like the AI bots just had it out for me, man. They did that sweep where they got rid of Shane's channel and they just said that I was copying, and I have no way to prove otherwise. So that's basically the story of the channel. As far as me, I'm still here, dude. I just kind of took a break from jumping on lives and stuff because I got burnout. I feel like I really tried to make friendships with a bunch of people, and I think I succeeded in a few small ways, but I feel like overall I failed in making and gaining the friendships that I look to gain. So I kind of took a break, man. I stepped back and took a break, and I've been a little bit of a hermit from YouTube for like the last 6 months or so. But
Dude, I'm a testament to you ain't going to be friends with everybody, man. I feel you on that. But the way for me, Scotty, the way that works is like, it's just like a lot of areas in life. You ignore the misses and celebrate the hits.
Well, and my thing is, growing up, I had a group of brothers, man. I had a group of really good friends growing up. I didn't know what I had. I did not know what I had at the time. A lot of those guys have passed on, and as I grow up, I look for friends like that. I want friends like that again, and I can never find those friends again. I just think I had something special as a kid that maybe I'll never get again.
It's really hard to forge adult friendships.
Very hard. Very hard.
25 or something. It's just people are starting families. Maybe they're all into that, and it's harder to get together and socialize. And
Madam's just trying to be your friend, really just to sell you stuff.
She's trying to be your customer.
What?
No, I went through that route too, Scotty. Like personally, a little bit about my off YouTube stuff. I went through that don't talk to nobody, dropped all my friends, or my air quotes here, friends, and started life over from scratch and all that stuff. And I managed to make a handful of people that are like actual, like really, really close friends. Like Rob is somebody that I can call on
to defend ourselves constantly for why the hell we fucking are friends with this guy. But you know what?
Yeah.
The answer is generally the same, which is I don't have to fucking agree with the man on everything just for us to be friends.
Just
like A is not equal to B.
Life. Yeah, just like in real life with your friends and all that stuff. But Rob is somebody I'll call on a random Wednesday at 4:00 West Coast time to ask him, how do I make this food for my family I'm trying to do? You know what I mean? And then I
feel like I failed because I'm trying to make a few lifelong friends, and it's like nobody is really taking to me like that, and it makes me wonder if there's something wrong with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love you, Scotty. Come on.
But it's I don't know. It's like it's very hard for me to make friends nowadays.
I can't.
I feel like in the comic community, like I've made like genuine friends, like that.
Like friends that hit you up and check on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny though, because for me, these guys they'll reach out. Check. By nature, part of it is like I don't randomly call and check up on people very often, and it's not that I don't think about them.
You working with a family?
No. It actually is just a fucked up way that I was brought up and that's still ingrained in my head that guys don't fucking talk that shit like that and stuff. And so so sometimes initially I enjoy, like if Mark calls me or Chris calls me or whatever, I enjoy it, but it seems weird to me to be like sometimes to sit there and go like, let me just call this person and chat. That just like fucking is like, it doesn't.
I always have a reason to call you.
Well, no, true. I mean, but you do have people that you do call and just chat and shit with too about stuff. Yeah, you do. Come on.
I legit don't. Well, my dad. That's it. My dad.
Yeah.
That is it. I'll just call if I don't hear from my pops, I'll call him. Be like,
anyway,
because it's like I'm trying to be.
All right, I'm full of shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. It's all right. Cut it out.
But I think you're onto something. To be honest with you, Rob, I think as adults in these busy lives, what those close friendships look completely different. Like those same version of what you had as a teenager versus as an adult just looks different. Where you used to call your teenage friend to see what they're doing because ultimately that leads to what you're doing later together. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? What have you heard? What are we getting into? Kind of thing. As adults, you know what you're doing. You know what's going on. You know what you're getting into because it's all inside your house.
And obviously, life changes. You have a family. You have things. You got a job. You got your own life. I just want that in some capacity. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I had that growing up. Really, I had just amazing friends, man. And unfortunately, drugs took that away. And, but like, I feel like you can have that in some capacity, though, just not in the same way.
Yeah. You still can. You still can. It's just.
Big money's got, for me, this is true. It's like, I'm such tight with my spouse from a friendship and everything standpoint that it felt doing that and hopping on here, it fills 90% of my social needs.
Yeah.
Well, my girlfriend, we've been together forever. I love her to death. She's my best friend, but there are a lot of things that I will not talk about with her because I don't want to put the burden of what I'm feeling up here on her.
Mm.
And,
That's wrong. You should, because it's only going to bring you
No.
closer and more.
no, there's
intimate.
certain things as a man that you just have to carry yourself.
1,000%, Scotty.
think so.
1,000%. If you're in
I
charge of,
disagree.
hypothetically here, Steph, Scotty,
Yeah.
I don't know how your household is set up. If you're in charge, if it is your spousal duty to handle X, Y, or Z, for example, like household income, paying of the bills and shit. If you're looking at paying a bill a week and a half from now and you're concerned with how that's going to happen, that's not your job to tell her shit. It's your job to make sure she doesn't worry about that.
Exactly. I don't want the worry in her mind.
That's not entirely true. It is all we're supposed to say, hey, let people advise things are going to be tight this next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Curtail the
Yeah,
fortuitous.
But
Yes,
the
but
worrying,
you should still be
the
forthcoming
worrying
with
aspect.
The worrying aspect. No, hey, yeah,
That's
no,
how
I
you do
understand.
it.
But-
Yeah.
Exactly, Rob.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the more
Yeah.
you keep from her, the more you don't share with her, you're not inviting that intimacy into your relationship where she could help you and she might feel good about helping you solve your problem. You know what I mean? And then she'll feel like we're a better team now. You know, there's that theory too, kind of. I think.
No, I get where you're coming from, and I share a lot with her. But like worrying things, I just don't want her to have the type of worries that I have sometimes. So I try to alleviate that as much as possible.
Yes, because she has the way I see it, at least in my household, me and my wife are like perfect partners because we recognize we're not the same.
No,
like
my girlfriend's very mature because I'm very immature.
Not just that, like in this house, there's certain things in this household that I don't even have to think about. Like if Pops calls me, he's like,
has no penis and I do.
Yeah, that's one.
That's a plus.
If Pops calls me, it's like a running joke that I never know where.
Okay, madam. She has an innie and I have an outie. How's that?
There you go. Pop has a running joke like I never know what's going on with my children because when it comes to their schedule, who picks them up, when they're going to this place or that place, because me and my wife are working, that's not my job. Like it would be my job if it was my job, but it's not my job because it's my wife's job. Like
you delegate a responsibility accurately.
Like we have like naturally, organically, without conversation, separated this household into this is the husband's responsibilities, this is the wife's responsibilities, and it just fell into place. And anything that she takes care of, I don't have a second thought about, and I can focus on the things that I need to worry about. When I wake up and go to work, I don't have to think twice about where these sleeping kids are going. When my wife is, I don't have to think about what happens to them when I get out of work. I just get a magical phone call at the end of the day. Hey, we're on the way to get the kids, or hey, are you coming here to pick them up on the way home? And I just say yes to whatever the phone call is. It's just worked out. I can, that's how a proper functioning household works. So I get what you're saying, Scotty.
There's a calendar that's color coded and
you would, Rob. You and your group. But me and my wife, that doesn't mean we don't talk. We don't share stuff. We don't have concerns that are our concerns. There's just certain concerns that belong to her, certain ones that belong to me, and certain ones that are ours that we'll have to accomplish together.
That makes sense.
Do you do the dishes after she cooks?
Yes.
I'm
not after she cooks. I do the dishes, period, and not because it's my job. It's because I'm a persnickety bitch when it comes to dishes.
Really? Come to my house, do my dishes.
I'm not even gonna lie. I never do dishes, y'all. I'm not even gonna front.
Oh,
you what?
I do not empty the dishwasher. I don't empty the dishwasher, but damn it, I fucking load that motherfucker because despite the fact that they have emptied it for 30 freaking years, they still don't know how to load it. It's like
they know how it comes out, not how it goes in.
Exactly, it's like
the same thing.
You pull the plates from here and you're pulling the bowls from here. How can you not put them back in when you put your dirties? And how do you not know how to put them into the place?
We have a dishwasher.
I just absolutely just throw them in there as fast as I can and try not to think about what I'm doing, and then I just shut the dishwasher.
What's up, Louie? Yeah, I think it comes from having worked at the kitchen for so long.
That was a good one.
The amount of dishes that I do on a day of work is insane, and I do them all by hand. So and there's a difference. Like I can do the dishes as part of dinner time and be done with it.
Right.
Or my wife can do the dishes. I'll do them tomorrow before I go to work. Like,
yeah.
No.
I usually do them as I go if I'm cooking. Yeah.
If I'm cooking,
I try to do
smart.
that too.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
But that's also because when I cook, I like to do. I'm like a goddamn freaking television cooking show where I have like bowl with this, bowl with this, bowl with this, you know, and I'm just then as I'm going, I'm grabbing it, doom, and so I use way more dishes than are absolutely necessary.
But it makes the experience how you want it.
Well,
yeah, you get into it though. You're really good at it
because I like to prep and okay, here's everything's played out. Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah. And I bet you like to do it from scratch too. You're not whipping out a jar or something and.
Depends, but most cases you're correct. I mean, I do make my own barbecue sauce. I do make my own pasta sauce usually, although there are occasions where I will doctor a jar sauce.
Rob, he buys ragu and just dumps
I make my own hot sauce.
Never ragu.
Never ragu either.
If I'm using a base sauce, I use Rouse.
Hey, can I brag on myself for a second? I grow Tabasco peppers every year, and I make my own Tabasco hot sauce every single year.
That's awesome, Scott.
You see, that's interesting to me because I'm just too much of a fan of Cristal for my pepper sauce that I'd be like, I don't know.
If you ever make a small batch Tabasco sauce on your own, it is so much better than what you get at a store. It's amazing. Like, and my hot sauce is so good. I got to brag on myself. It turns out really good.
Okay, but my fire barbecue sauce is not bad, right? Right, Mark?
That's what I hear. That's what I hear, Rob.
Scott, why don't you ship a bottle to Rob, Mark, and me, and then next week we can all try it.
Well, it's going to be, my peppers are just now turning orange and red, so it's going to be a little while before I can.
You said I do this once a year and you're trying to take all of my hot sauce?
Right. It's like when I make barbecue sauce, I make like 5 quarts. It's like people go, oh, hey, can you send me? It's a small batch shit, man. I ain't got like
just a little vial. We just need a little vial of it.
I think I normally make about 3 bottles a year, and then I make you have to use the green ones for a different type of sauce because if you mix them with the orange and red, it muddies the sauce up. It turns it brown. Yeah. So you have to use the green ones in a different type of sauce.
What type of sauce do you use the green ones in on Verdes?
Like a sandwich drizzle. You put it in vinegar and you let the green ones soak in the vinegar in the fridge for a long period of time, and you use it as like a sandwich dressing.
Oh, interesting.
Like an oil for the
Cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed the what is it? F what are the letters, Rob?
The FYR. Talking about my sauce?
Yeah.
FYR, yeah. The frack you Rob sauce.
Oh man.
Frack your face. One of the two. It's good. It is extremely hot.
What do you put
I want to try it. Dude, I'm a big barbecue guy. Like, I am a barbecue connoisseur. I love some pulled pork barbecue. So I would love to try your barbecue someday, Rob.
Yeah. The fire sauce is, the sauce I make is a ketchup based barbecue sauce. But it's a heavy brown sugar and bourbon. But then when we make the fire sauce, the difference is the regular sweet heat sauce I make uses cayenne pepper. But when I go to the fire sauce, we're using ghost pepper and Carolina Reaper mash.
I'm growing those right now as well. I've got some Carolina Reapers growing. Looking pretty nasty.
Oh, nice.
The Carolina Reapers are really nice. As a, I get it. I can get a jar. I get a jar of it that's already mashed. And it works great for mixing into the sauce and stuff. And it has a much better, has a nice fruity flavor to it versus the, ghost pepper gets a lot of attention. It has a quicker hit. Yep. But the problem with it is it has a chemical flavor to it. So I have to limit how much of it you put in because I don't want that chemical flavor to come forward. I want it to give me a bit of the quicker hit because the Carolina Reaper has a slower build to it before it gets you.
Good. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Well, since we're on the topic of peppers, I will just take a little bit, jar of like Chipotle adobe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Peppers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a jar. It's small. And when you make mashed potatoes, if you take like a tablespoon of the sauce of that and put it in there, it just makes it's good.
Check out these Carolina Reapers.
I think you should pull one off and just bite into it.
Wow. Can you eat one right now?
Like
I don't want to eat one right now. I really don't want to.
What's
You
the
just
matter,
wanna
Colonel
see what
Sanders?
happens.
Chicken?
in all seriousness, does growing them that
Jalapeno?
close with the other ones affect the flavors of them at all?
Do what now?
Does growing them all that close with each other affect the flavors with them at all?
I don't know. This is the first year I've ever grown them that
Should-
closely together. I guess I'll find out.
Do you sprinkle cayenne pepper in the dirt?
Got some blackberries. Some blackberries growing.
Nice.
We just have cucumbers right now. That's all we got.
Ugh. Cucumbers are nasty.
My kids love them. It's like
They're
their favorite
great
food.
once they're pickled,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yep.
as long as it's dill.
I saw
None
this
of,
thing.
none of that
cats love
sweet pickle
cucumbers.
crap.
So I got a cucumber specifically for my cats, right? I offered it to each of my cats. Each one of them are like, get that
I'm
away
sorry.
from me. That is not me.
I gotta put,
Y'all got me excited talking about peppers and sauces.
That's awesome.
all right. I had to put it in a private
Yeah.
chat because I can't say that out loud.
Okay. I used to have poker parties, right? And yeah, I would take a whole bottle of tequila, and I would stick Scotch bonnets and habaneros and some, a couple of jalapenos in there, and I would let it marinate, right? And so the first person out at poker would have to take a shot of this because I'm just mean like that.
Mr. Winder.
Hi, Taylor.
Mr. Stacks, how you doing?
Nice
Well,
cleavage, Taylor.
it's another day, another dollar. Maybe it'll be another dollar. Maybe $1.50. I don't know. But then the government will come along and I'll be left with 22 cents.
At least you get great things out of it.
Oh,
You
dude, I see
care.
Marcus is in the chat. What's up, little buddy? You can, hey, if you ever want to repeat those words, you can say that to my face, little brother. That's something that should be directed to somebody in person.
Yes, this is not the time or place for something like that.
Right.
Oh
Isn't
my
that,
God, Rob, I'm gonna kill you.
That's drama that goes back a couple
That's why I
years.
didn't say it out loud.
I've got nothing to say to Marcus that I'm not going to say to him directly in person. So we'll hold on to that.
First of all, I'd probably go for a zucchini. Okay.
Okay. That's are you talking about the green zucchini or are you going to go for the yellow squash where it's
No, I
papered?
zucchini.
I've
Okay.
seen this video.
Taylor's like, I have this video on
Yeah.
old VHS.
I'm
Scott
watching
is
it
like,
now.
I
That
have
was
this
that part of
comic
the
book.
tape.
Meanwhile, the audience is going, "What the hell are they babbling about?"
Oh
That's
no, the
fine.
audience knows.
Well, that's fine. Oh my goodness gracious!
Taylor, what's
Taylor,
good with you?
Not much, man. Happy Friday. I'm finally caught up on Game of Thrones, and
I have to watch last week's episode still.
it's this season's not. This show doesn't grip me the same as the original. I mean, it's not bad, but Wine Era, I don't care.
I get extremely gripped by this show. The
Grip
I love
like a-
Damon.
grip like Stephanie
Damon,
grips
Damon
zucchini.
carries this whole show for me.
Who does?
Damon.
Yeah, Damon this season is better than he was last season.
Yeah, he's crazy.
But anyway, what's new with y'all?
Not much.
Scotty's here.
Yeah,
Just hanging out. What's up, Taylor?
how you doing, bud? Long time no see.
Yeah, man. I'm doing good.
You
How
still
are you?
peddling all those smut comics?
Yeah, still peddling that stuff. Still, yeah, man. Still have, I'm trying to figure out a way to regroup and, I got to get in touch with YouTube, man. But other than that, I'm doing good, dude. Just collecting comic books and doing the same old thing. I would be showing up for Chris. Chris moved his Wednesday stream to late nights, or I'd try to
Yeah,
show
I
up
know.
for that.
That's past my bedtime.
Yeah, I miss hanging out with those guys though. That's always a lot of fun. Chris is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. You get to watch everybody show off the same books, and then Dr. Van Hoot picks a winner.
But I miss that though. I miss the weekly hangout, man.
I know that's the part I missed too. Not the actual comic books, because they're all the damn same. It's like everyone's like, I got this variant.
Yeah. I missed that. I missed that Wednesday hangout.
Yeah, that was fun. You get Vogs and everyone else talking over each other, and you can't hear anything. It's fantastic.
Love you, Vogs.
Fogs.
It's actually been better. Oh, speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Your appearance. It's the what she sees angle.
I don't know. Does Canada really have a devil? I don't know. But
yeah.
They do. It's called America.
Like a 51st state, really.
It's America.
Well, the quiet invasion of America has began. So just saying.
Yeah, you can be all an immigrant like us and kick us out.
We've seen Game of Thrones. We know there's White Walkers coming from up there.
Yeah. and we're bringing winter with us. Yeah.
Winter? What's winter? You're in California. Right. Come on.
It's true. It's true, man.
Chris, what's on your to-do list today?
Get home safely.
Yeah, you were stuck for a long time. Did you make it to the con? Everything?
Doesn't the con start today? Or was the con last week?
Hold on again. Mark, what did you say? Sorry?
So doesn't the con start today?
The con started Wednesday.
It's like this is the weekend though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was there.
The first couple. Gotcha. You came for the preview nights.
I was there for preview night and then all day one, and now I'm heading back. But yeah, it was something very, very special. I don't know if I'd ever do it again, just because.
Yeah.
And doing back-to-back big cons in the span of 5 weeks is a little taxing. Because as most of you all know, Charlotte is not necessarily a cheap city to stay at.
No.
Neither is San Diego.
Especially during con week.
I do recommend to everyone, no matter what your opinion is of San Diego, when it comes to the idea of the Comic-Con, go once. Just if you can make it work, go once. I don't know if I were to get invited as a panelist, that kind of thing, maybe. But like I don't want to say my work here is done, but
I'd be fine if it was.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. If somehow I was able to get hooked up with a pass again, maybe I would take a look at it. But as of right now, I've crossed off 3 big ones off my bucket list. C2E2, Heroes, and now San Diego. The only one that's really outstanding would be New York.
Yeah.
And I actually talked about Baltimore a lot these past couple days. But yeah, I'm in a real good place. Yesterday was a wonderful, wonderful day, and that's why I'm going to say I get San Diego. A lot of people may not be into the crowds and stuff, but to say that you've been once, if you are a comic book convention or pop culture convention fan, it should be on your bucket list. But if you are a comic book fan, Heroes is the one for you.
What was your favorite experience from the whole San Diego Con?
Meeting Todd McFarlane.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, walking around outside of the convention itself, where there's so many activities and the entire downtown core becomes a part of the con itself. Like there's so many different tributary events that are happening outside the convention where you actually don't need a pass. All of that is really special as well. A lot of publishers set up outside, so you can go visit their stuff outside as well as inside. Like Johnny Depp and John Cena were walking around outside yesterday. And so that part was entirely cool as well, interacting with fans and stuff. Yeah, Johnny Depp was in costume as Ebenezer Scrooge because they're promoting A Christmas Story that's coming out later this year.
Ebenezer.
And Ebenezer, and he was in full costume and full character, opening up a door to the gas lamp main street, chatting with people and stuff. Someone was in cosplay as Edward Scissorhands, so there was an interaction between Johnny Depp and this cosplayer. So that was pretty cool and everything. And then John Cena was walking around, and that part of it is really cool if you're into people watching and celeb watching.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I can tell the five of you about San Diego that I really was concerned about was there was going to be no or very few comic book vendors, because you hear a lot of negativity. Like, it's easy to talk negative about Comic-Con, but I can tell you there are a lot of comic book vendors at San Diego. Don't get caught up at that. There's Golden Age and Silver Age dealers that were not interested in trading Absolute Batman #1 for anything. But I was really, really surprised and thankful by the amount of comic book vendors that were there. Now, I'll tell you, if you're looking for a great deal, there's only one or two people that were giving out good deals. Otherwise, save your money for Heroes or Baltimore if you want that pure Comic-Con, true cheap kind of hammering out a good deal the way that I know Rob and Mark like to do.
I'd imagine the booth fees are pretty intense there, so they probably have to cover their nut.
That's
and like chatting with a couple. I don't mean to cut you off, Rob. I'm sorry, but chatting with a couple vendors and stuff just off to the side. That's why they said, hey, this is why we do the exclusives. This is why we get those foiled out stuff. We pay to get them, and then we hope to sell, and that's what pays for our booth fees. And then we hope that everything else we sell that covers the hotel, and that they're able to make money and that kind of thing from. But that's like all the current ones, like what Adam's doing with Collecting with Yours with Rupp's Comics and stuff. That's how they get to pay for their booth fees and everything, is by the exclusives that are just SDCC related. Yeah,
and I got friends of mine that are smaller vendors that show up there, and for a lot of them, they have to they split booths and stuff because they don't have the exclusives, and so for them, by the time they get their portion of the booth space plus their any travel expenses plus their lodging and their food while they're there and everything else, they're lucky. They're just hoping to break even almost by the time the event is over. Some of them, but yeah, it's definitely it'd be a challenge for sure.
The other cool thing, which is I don't mind it, but a lot of people do, is the amount of sheer humanity that is at this con. Like, I know I've been with a few of you, we've been to C2E2 together, and like TW Rob, you saw the population that shows up there. Heroes Con on Saturday, Mark, you know what I'm talking about. It can be congested, but at least with Heroes Con, you have super wide aisles. There's the same thing as here at San Diego, but they are cramped. Like this is by far the most populous comic book convention that I've been to. Fan Expo Canada.
500K for Saturday.
Yeah,
that's why they do things like giving you a press pass only for 2 days, and then another person gets only 2 days or whatever else because they can.
Like Fan Expo Canada is probably one of the biggest ones that I've been to in Toronto, and they claim to get 125 to 135,000 people over the span of that weekend in Toronto. I can tell you, that was probably the con floor yesterday at San Diego alone. Like, when you factor in the people that are working, the exhibitors, and then everyone that's upstairs dealing with all the panels and stuff like that, it is wild. And then when you factor in people that are outside, that are participating in all the events that are outside, like in the hotels and on the streets and stuff like that, it definitely was, like Mark said, over 500,000 just yesterday alone for full day one. Preview night was pretty tight to move around, but yesterday, if you are an introvert, if you are not into dealing with crowds and that kind of thing, good luck to you. But
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, I get it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Steph?
I said I don't like dealing with crowds. I think it's because I'm a little shorter, so it's hard for me to see. I get very claustrophobic, thinking I'm gonna get, overlooked or something or cramped. I don't know.
You're gonna get stepped on.
I just don't like people usually.
By some Goliath like Chris.
Yeah. You don't have to like use your pocket size to justify it, Steph.
Just saying.
Just be like, yeah, not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Humanity sucks. Like, and the more humanity in one place, the more sucketh it shall be. It's like Jimothy 4:3.
The cool thing was I did get to see Adam and Lady Durs and chat with them just for a few minutes while Adam was on a break. And I actually had lunch yesterday with Dave, still only 35 cents.
Nice.
So, that was good. Dave and I stepped away from the convention center and went to a very busy restaurant and had lunch and caught up and everything and had a real good conversation. And I'm not going to say what's going on with his life leaving California kind of thing, but those that had a conversation with him heroes, he's getting ready to do that next part of his journey. But he was there and he dropped off a whole lot of books at CDC, he was telling me. And but he's there for a few more days. I think he's going to be doing the full weekend before he leaves San Diego.
Cool.
I did get to see
Tijuana and get a donkey show.
As much as I was interested in
a donkey show, really
traveling into another country to say that I'd done 3 countries in 3 days. I did not see the Mexican border. I was more than happy than just to hang out here in America.
If you're in San Diego, you're practically in Mexico anyways.
Yeah, I really had no idea until I investigated a couple weeks before to see where San Diego was on the California map, because again, California is just so damn long. I didn't realize that it's less than an hour away from the border.
What Nevada said.
Yeah, but San Diego is a very, very nice city. It's it's not a perfect city, but no city is. But the downtown core really reminded me of how clean and bright and safe feeling Charlotte was in that hotel district that's around the convention center in Charlotte. I really felt the same way in San Diego's downtown core near its convention center. And I got to say, as a former member of the Canadian Armed Forces, for the first time in my life, Rob knows what I'm going to say, I finally saw an American aircraft carrier, and that was pretty damn cool. It was dry dock. It was the Midway, and at the Midway, seen a lot of action in its time. I did a little bit of investigating, but yeah, to say that I've actually seen an American aircraft carrier now, that was one of my highlights of arriving in the States.
Never gets old, man. Never gets old.
Never gets old.
I heard that Tijuana had released a whole bunch of sewage that was coming up to San Diego. I'm not joking. And it's so bad they could see it from space, I guess.
Wow.
So you didn't go by the beach, right?
No. I drove. When you arrive in San Diego, forgive me if everyone knows what I'm about to say, but when you drive from the airport to the convention center directly. You actually drive along a lakeshore road, and you're driving right along the waterfront there. And that's where, in the first video that I dropped, where I was dealing with, the chaos of traveling that first day, there's actually a quick little snippet of the Midway itself as I'm driving along the waterfront. And then I'm like, well, that's a weird shaped building. And all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, that's an aircraft carrier. And so yeah, I got to see a little bit of the water. I did not get to go to the beach. Again, it's just I came down here with the mentality that I'm going to work, and that's exactly what I did. Other than eating some fantastic food, I was basically hanging out at the con most of my free time.
Oddly, you were absolutely right. It was an odd-shaped building and an aircraft carrier. It was both.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Just driving by, and I'm like, oh, please tell me that it's got the name of the ship up on the bow, and sure enough, it said Midway, and I'm like, oh, that's the Midway. And then I reached out to Rob privately to say, hey, man, I see your tax dollars at work. I appreciate what you guys do.
It was very Canadian of you calling the Pacific Ocean a lake.
No, I said the lake shore. Yeah, I thought that was actually the name of the road, but I might be wrong. That's why I referred to it that way. But yeah,
it might be. I don't know. I'm just being shit.
Yeah, as a grandson of a fisherman, it is a small little pond that's over here by San Diego. Yeah.
See, so next time you just have to go to LA so you can go check out the battleship that they have there.
Oh yeah. There's a battleship that's dry docked in Buffalo. That's actually pretty cool looking. I get to see when you cross over the border from Canada into Buffalo. There's a pretty awesome battleship that's docked right there as well. But an aircraft carrier, man, I had to stop and salute that fucker too. I was just like, my God, this is why I love coming to America. Like, this is just fantastic.
Called Star Destroyers.
And well, that one's almost a cruiser by today's standards, because that's a World War II aircraft carrier. So, but
yeah,
I mean they stopped using it in the 70s. So,
so I did see. Now, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to trail away, but I saw that the Midway was in and around the Vietnam conflict as well.
Yeah, they ran. They used it through the I think early or mid 70s.
Okay.
It was then in mothball fleet and finally decommissioned in the 90s, but it hadn't been used as a combat vessel since the 70s. So
yeah, it's not presidential. It's not presidential class, but my God, it is
it's Midway class. Yeah, it's a Midway class cruise aircraft carrier built in 42, I think it was. So, but yeah, so that's they're still good size boats.
I did count
dinghy.
Just so you know, Rob.
Don't touch our boats.
Just so you know, Rob, you spelled cocaine wrong in your message to me.
Well, I'm not as used to cocaine as you are, so.
Oh damn!
Wow,
this is a running thing between Rob and Stephanie.
I don't really do cocaine.
Rob stated that she doesn't do
of course you don't do it. I mean, you never get high off your own supply. That's rule number 1.
Yeah, that's rule 1.
That's even better. Thank you.
Cocaine
is. Did you guys know I'm an international drug smuggler? Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
She's got drug mules that come across the border through the Arizona desert.
Nice.
They don't call her the Queen in Arizona for nothing.
Well, when she shows up on the reservation, they call her the White Queen.
Stop it,
She's got a title. That's sick.
Wow. Her cosplay wasn't just cosplay. It's more of a cover.
So I did get to see 3 Action 1s. I saw a Captain America #1. Right beside it was a Startling Comics vendor cover, and above it was a Batman 1. That was all at just one booth. I did see and post the 9/9 Fantastic Four First Silver Surfer, which is apparently controversial. I did see the $5 million Action Comics 1 that was recently sold, and it was on display at the con. And I did pick up one big boy book. I'm not going to talk about it right here, but I was hunting it. Mark and I talked about it, and he's like, "Well, Chris, what would you spend on that book?" So, Mark, please, if you remember what we talked about, please don't spoil it. But I will. I
don't remember, but I will say this to the 8 people watching and the 5 on the panel. I don't think it'll have any bearing on your video views, Chris, if you just say what it is.
I don't know if I actually have it beside me if I checked it. Take a look.
I know you were looking for Hero for Hire.
I do remember that. I could have thought he got that. Maybe I'm crossing over with Matt.
Yeah, Matt got his, but
yeah, Matt got his fast too, because at Heroes Con it's like an ocean of what you're looking for.
Yeah. No, it'll be debuting in the next little bit, and I promise you'll see it on Only Slabs for the year-end competition show that Rob and I are doing.
Oh, now it's a competition?
Now it's a competition.
Well, excellent. I'm so happy to hear that.
Copy, Chris? Oh yeah, you said Only Slabs, so yeah.
I did not
Take the gloves off.
I did.
He's stretching.
I dropped down to a new weight class, so now I'm good to go. The book I picked up was not Luke Cage Hero for Hire. I'm still hunting that book in 2026.
Oh, you got
what book did you find?
It's a book that Mark, you and I talked about.
Show it off. I mean, you can just say it. Again,
I checked it.
There's 8 people watching, Chris.
Yeah, but those 8 people are now going to be intrigued, Mark.
Well, you don't have.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
But they can't
I'll put
see
it in a private
You don't
chat.
have to. You don't have to show us. You could just say it. You know, you can do a grade reveal for the 8 of us later, and no one can screen grab it this way.
I think I dropped it in the private chat there.
Me and Rob both did the same thing. Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's being cryptic.
I got it now. Okay.
Rob, can you finish it out in the private chat? Because I don't.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
This is like one of those word association games. Oh, okay. Is it that one or that first appearance?
The one.
Oh,
okay. The one.
You.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I got that issue number
7th or 8th appearance.
Yeah. And I got it at
the first appearance though.
Yes, it is. I got it at Reese's Rare Comics. I highly recommend.
I was telling Rob at the beginning of the show, I got one of my first 6 Hulk books from Reese's. I couldn't remember which issue number. It was like 3 years ago. Heroes.
Just
good shop
up from them too.
Yeah, good guys. I picked up Green Lantern 1 there at Heroes, and I picked up this Grail book at San Diego. But
very cool.
I'm gonna go see if I can try and get a little bit of food, so I don't have to eat airplane food. But everyone, it was wonderful to see you all. Mark, thanks for sending me the link, and it was nice to pass a little bit of time with everyone. Rob, Mark, Madam.
Safe travels. May you be
TW
seated next to a
brother
mute when you're on the plane.
And hopefully my layover in Chicago will have no delays this time.
Good luck.
Hopefully you gave yourself more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, the layover this time is 2 hours, and in San Diego there is no lightning, so I think I'm good.
There's no weather problems in San Diego. Yeah, you should be good. It's more of a question if there's something in Chicago prevents them. But
yeah, I think that's what
even still, that's good. Yeah. It's like for some reason, every time I would fly through Phoenix would always, my options used to be like all the time would be like, you have a 45-minute delay or layover. It's like, no, that's not going to be enough, because always it's like you're landing at one end of Phoenix and you got to take off the other, and it's like an hour-and-a-half trek to get from one end to the other practically.
Sky Harbor is huge.
We have a train for that, Rob.
See you later, guys.
Sky train.
Okay, bud.
No. I'm just talking about within the main within the American terminal, where it's like it's just it's A and B, but A has two wings and B has two wings, and it's all walking. Even with the moving walkways, you're still got a 20-minute jog.
With the moving walkways, you just have to like kind of sprint on those. That's how you make
it. But it's still, that's just. Do I look like I have the body of a sprinter?
You could.
No.
I can see you sprinting.
Thank you.
No,
I just saw you stretch. That was impressive.
I can sprint 15 feet to get to the head of the buffet line.
I wouldn't bet on
that's about
anywhere, Rob. But if you were rolling down a hill, I would definitely bet on that horse.
Yeah, it could be. All right, good for him.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. That was cool. I didn't have any details or anything of his trip. I didn't know he was only going for 2 days there, that they break up the passes like that.
Yeah. There's some people will only get a pass for 1 day. He got a 2-day media pass, and so but
I would never even apply for a media pass. Not only of going to San Diego Comic-Con is not in my train of thought, so much so that I never even considered applying for a pass.
Right.
For free one or not.
It was an expensive trip to utilize a free pass, but hey, it was on his list of things that he wants to see. That's great.
Tickets aren't cheap though. So if you're
they're not. They're not.
Going is part of like your to-do list, that's a huge savings.
Tickets can go for a bit, but it's also amazing how much. I don't know how close he stayed to the thing, but everything is expensive there during that week. It's ridiculous.
Rob, in hours, how far are you from San Diego Comic-Con?
If I were to drive there, it's about a 9-hour drive, I think.
God dang. Well, there is my plan. Get free passes, crash at Rob's house, just drive to the con. Nope, doesn't work.
Yeah, no, not even close.
Crash at the beach.
Oh yeah, there you go, Taylor.
You could hop on
the aircraft carrier. This belongs to the people.
You could hop on Frontier Airlines for only $51 nonstop and go from San Diego to San Jose Airport in an hour and 43 minutes.
That's not bad.
Or you just stay in Tijuana, party like a.
I'm sorry. The drive right now is 7 hours and 19 minutes if you go nonstop.
That's not really any better.
Yeah.
Unless you have a really good,
that's based on traffic right now at 5 a.m, as opposed to a little bit later. 14 hours by train.
And to walk there, how long would it be?
Oh, I don't know about walking, but it's 11 hours by bus. So you can get there faster by bus than you can by train because of the way our horrible train system is.
Wow.
Because we don't have the high-speed rail yet. They have to share freight lines, and the passenger trains have to sit in sidings waiting for freight trains to go by and stuff, because the freight train companies own all the railroads, and just Amtrak just gets permission to use it, but they have to give up right away. Anywho.
In college, I spent it. We went out there for spring break and went down to Tijuana and stuff. We were supposed to go to the Grand Canyon, but it was closed. Anyways, long story.
The Grand Canyon was closed. Did they
fill it
in?
Camp at the bottom of it, and there was mudslides. Oh. So went to San Diego, and we did spend 2 nights on the beach there. Just slept on the beach. It was fine.
I honestly can't think I've ever been in San Diego. I've just never cared.
It's Spanish for a whale's vagina.
You say so.
It's true.
Yeah.
All I know is you stay classy. Yeah, no, I go down every once in a while. We'll go down to LA, but I really have a disdain for the southern part of the state.
No, you've never mentioned that before.
I know, fucking desert dwellers. Can you all learn to sing a song together?
What's the song going to be? What song?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'll sing one just for Marcus. Tell me.
No,
Tell me
it needs to be a song though that's in the public domain. You can't sing anything that's not public domain.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Why do we have to sing?
We don't. We're not going to.
Because I can't sing at all.
I was going to stomp out my enemies through song.
We can take your favorite song though and do some spoken word poetry. Twinkle, twinkle.
Why don't you guys just spit on Eminem's song?
How I wonder what you are.
Where you live.
Yeah. That's about it.
It could work. We could do that.
Yeah. No tune. Just the words.
I would smoke bomb right before we did any of that.
and now to Taylor. Poof.
So there you go. If you guys ever want to get rid of me, just start doing spoken word performance art.
Easily I approach the microphone because I ain't no joke. Tell your mother to get off of my.
They call me Slim Shady.
Oh, because I'm the Slim Shady, the real.
Yeah.
Slim Shady. Look at that. Oh.
He's got to kill the music.
I don't have anything other than now I have to read this damn book for 9 more issues.
That's funny. In one guess, I muted the right one first try. No problem.
Come on, I had
in one guess, I knew who was trying to sabotage the stream.
What is this? What you got, Rob?
So this is Our Man.
Which Our Man do you recognize that as? Tyler or Rex?
I don't.
Who's the
know.
artist?
This is Bobby Breed.
That is badass.
He had a Doctor Doom piece in our C3 book this year, and the original art will be for sale for the that. This is obviously this is Kevin Nolan or now Kevin Nolan.
Damn.
And then this was Dave Johnson.
Ooh, that one's
nice. I like Dave Johnson.
Wendy's.
And then this one was Stefan Roux. He did this.
Ooh, that's really well done.
Wow, the back is amazing.
This was one that, like, at GalaxyCon last year, he asked me for a blank. He goes, oh, hey, for C3, why don't you I'm gonna get you pick out one of these original pages for you guys. And if you have a blank, give me a blank. I'll do something for you guys while I'm sitting here. And I go, okay, fine. So I gave him a blank. And by the end of the day, I come back and this is what he whipped out. It is just sitting there in his spare time, this wraparound for C3. And then I ended up being the winning bidder during C3 for it. And then this one was Death Designs on Instagram, Death Filmasoni. He also has a piece. He also has a piece, a Wolverine piece in our art book this year. He's done some great stuff. He does a lot of monochromatic art like this, which I really love.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Probably the best looking Shocker I've seen.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then this one was one I didn't commission. This was a pre-done that I just saw it sitting there, Corey Smith, and I was like, "Oh, God damn it, I gotta have that." It's just fucking.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well colored.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I don't normally spend that kind of money on a pre-done commission. Usually I'm looking for cheap pre-done commissions or pre-done sketch covers when I'm looking at artists, but because that was $300. But I was like, look, that's fucking just too good. I can't. Yeah. I would have paid that for a commission. I just probably wouldn't have commissioned Ben Grimm, but yeah, that was like the last of the CBCS books. I sent them in like before CBCS even announced they were ending their existence. And I completely forgot about them. And then I got this notification the other day from saying, "Oh, your CBCS order shipped." And I'm like, "Oh, what?" And then it was like, is this a scam or something? And then sure enough, package shows up. I'm like, "Oh, damn, I forgot about these."
Yeah.
I am excited though. I got supposed to be arriving, I think today or tomorrow. I have a shipment coming from CGC. That shipment is books that I sent to have them pressed, and they got lost.
Oh no!
They got. It turns out like the presser I was using, he moved and didn't tell me, and I didn't ask, and I sent them to his old address, and they were gone for a while. And then like I asked him, I said, "Oh, hey, do you have these? Because I haven't heard about them." He goes, "Oh, I never received them." And we, so I thought these books were lost. I remember. And then randomly he happened to go, he was kind enough, he kept going by the old address, and he finally caught the people that were there one time, and they go, "Oh yeah, it's right here." The package is still sealed, just sitting by their front door. It's been sitting there for months. They couldn't bother to write return to sender on it or anything, just been holding it. And so he was able to pick it up and get them done. So now these books that I thought were lost are coming back, and it's great because there's like an ASM 50 and a bunch of golden age sci-fi books, including like Strange Adventures 10 and Flying Saucers 1.
Nice.
2. So these books are all coming back, and I'm super excited to finally get them back in hand.
That's great. That's great that you finally are getting them back.
Oh, I thought that when they were lost, I was like,
so it's like Christmas.
Well, I didn't forget about them because I thought they were lost, and I thought I was out money and stuff and out the books. Which, some of these books you talk about, some of these golden age books are not exactly books that you come across every day. Like Flying Saucers 1 is not a book I come across every day, and it's like.
No. Yeah, it's not an easy one to find, especially what is it? Which
it's the second printing.
Yeah,
which is it's not as good of a cover, but it has extra interior art.
That's the one I have.
Yeah.
Had you written them off in your mind? Like were they gone to you?
Yep. The one that was hurting the most was the ASM 50 because that book just keeps costing more and more. So I'm curious. So like that one is a book. They did not upcharge me for after being graded, so I'm curious then because I sent it in with under the vintage with the under $400 value, but a pretty low grade. It had to be a pretty low grade to stay under 400. So either they didn't upcharge me or I got hit hard with it. So we'll see. I was expecting a 5.0, which would be like well more than $400 for that book, but we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Any good finds lately, Taylor?
No, I've been slowing down. All my money's kind of going into the failure force right now, so like I haven't really been picking anything up, and like it's sort of like you know how this goes. My interests have shifted.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not there's still comics, but like the things that I'm interested in acquiring now are like the rarer golden age books, which are not cheap because I enjoy the hunt almost as much as anything else. And like, sure, ASM's fantastic. All the Marvel stuff's great. The Silver Age stuff, but like it's not hard to get. It's expensive, but it's common. And so like the golden age stuff, some of the stuff you just don't see, and it's just like that's cool, that just holds my interest more now. So
yeah,
I don't know, just me.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. It's I had the issue where, Stockton Con was like the first time, and I knew it was getting a little bit more difficult.
Yeah,
to find, as I've acquired a lot of books over time. It's like some of the books that you're looking for become a little more challenging to find ones that you need. And so it was like I was walking around Stockton Con this last time, like I was like ready. I'm going to pick up a nice big book. I had plenty of cash. I brought an extra book to sweeten the deal, and I'm walking around that place, and I couldn't find anything. It's like I got money burning a hole in my pocket, and I can't find anything to spend it on.
I mean that's the thing is like the stuff you want is just not. Also, it's like a lot of the dealers that have it won't bring that kind of stuff to cons or whatever because they want to move the books that people want to buy.
Well, that was it. This con, when I went to this last one, Stockton, which normally has some bigger stuff, when I talked to some of the vendors that have some of that stuff, usually they're like, "Oh, well, we're also at this other con," and they brought some of their bigger books to this other con, so they focused on making the Stockton one be a family-based con. So most of them focused on $1 or $2 books. So it was a lot of, if you wanted to fill your 90s runs, it was a great life to live.
Yeah.
But that was about it. I mean, I did pick up some 70s books. I found some Bronze Age stuff. But it was mostly just like run fillers, some Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, and a little lot of Jack Kirby 2001 Space Odyssey series. And I found them at a booth where a guy had them, and they were all like, VF plus, and they had them for like $7 a piece or $5 for $20. So it was like, okay, well.
What still surprises me is like Marvel Silver and Bronze still commands a premium, but like DC, who's been kicking Marvel's butt all over the creatively lately, you can find, other than Batman books, you can find Silver Age or DC keys on that super cheap still.
Well, I think part of that is a matter of
try finding some DC horror for cheap.
Yeah, it's definitely different for DC horror versus Marvel horror of the set for Bronze Age.
Yeah,
but I think when you talk about Silver Age books, though, you got to look at what are the keys, right? Marvel is introducing most of their entire slate of characters. The DC ones are first Silver Age appearances. They're not really the first appearances of characters. They're there are characters, not saying that that's every character, there are obviously, or there are subsequent versions of those characters and stuff like that. And when you get to those big characters like the original, so if you want to get yourself the Silver Age Flash, the first appearance of Silver Age Green Lantern, those are still very expensive books.
But they're cheaper than the Marvel equivalents. Like for the Green Lantern and Flash are still a whole lot cheaper than Spider-Man or Fantastic Four.
Showcase. Hold on, because I don't know that, because especially when you talk about first appearance of Barry Allen, you're talking about the book
Showcase,
that is.
There's outliers. That might be the outlier.
That's the first Silver Age book, essentially.
That's probably the outlier.
That's it, and I think even the Showcase first Green Lantern though is. First Hal Jordan is a super pricey book.
The reason those books are so expensive, you can't go buy the first appearance of Joker. It's $1 million book, but you can go buy the first Silver Age Joker. You can go buy the first Silver Age Two-Face, but they're still pretty expensive.
You remember how when the little bubble boom from the lockdown, how the first appearance of Venom ran up so high, AFM 300 started sprinting out of left field. It was kind of like a perfect storm with the popularity of the Donny Cates run that was happening in real time and the lockdown. But it went up so fast that Lethal Protector #1 became something that started to go up as well. And the same thing happened with Wolverine. That was already a pricey book with the Incredible Hulk 181. But we saw Frank Miller's Wolverine #1 from the limited series run up to
$1,000.
Yeah. So it's the same concept as that, but over in DC, like Bleak said, it's the first Silver Age appearance. They don't have to go get their first ongoing issue #1 when there's already its own little metric carved into the history books there.
So Taylor, here, Showcase 22, first Hal Jordan, right? If you were looking to get it in like a 2.0, it's about a $2,000 book.
Yeah, so it's comparable to like Daredevil 1.
Daredevil 1, you can get a 3.0 for like $2,000.
Okay. Yeah, close
So it's more, but it is up in that range. I mean, where it's a.
So it's like a B tier Marvel Silver Age first appearance. Depending on your definition. I mean, it's like
B plus A minus, but then some B plus A minus, but then Green Lantern is right. So there you go.
I wonder if the Lantern show is going to do anything to that. I kind of doubt it, but
I would imagine that it'll go up some. The one that I there was I don't know, but
it's still a bargain compared. Like not bargain by any means.
I mean, I picked up my first Sinestros the other day. Those were those were super reasonable.
Yeah, that you know. Versus say like Giant Size X-Men 1, which it hasn't.
Well, again, that's a big team appearance first.
Yeah,
you know.
It's also got a lot of that hasn't happened in the MCU yet.
Yeah, that was my point. Is Marvel?
Everybody's still speculating.
I mean, you go for first Justice League is
cheap.
Going to be cheap for what it is.
Yeah,
but it's not a cheap book. It's
It's for what it is was my whole point.
It's more expensive. It's more expensive than GSX-1.
It's the first appearance of Starro.
Snapper Car.
Snapper Car. Don't forget about that, man. Snapper Car is like
Snapper Car.
I think you're muted, Cliff.
Hey, Cliff, how you doing?
Why'd you tell him?
No, he could hear me say Snapper Car.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe my hearing just tunes out your voice.
Good morning. Good morning, Satan. How are you?
You always get such a bad rap from you. I don't get it. You love me.
I woke up and I chose violence.
I have, Mark, it's just that 60% of the time I would just want to strangle you. But
I'm into that.
But like 40% of the time, 40% of the time, 40% of the time, you actually are like remarkably understanding in ways that I don't understand how the universe works, and that's why I love you, and I feel so free to play with you.
And I'll tell you, Cliff, right now, 100% of that is typically intentional. You're just easy to push your buttons, and it's fun for me because your buttons are entertaining.
And I get that, and to a degree. That works out just well.
You're lucky you're charismatic, Cliff.
Yes, that's on you for having fun buttons.
Yeah. Well, no, because
some people think that's his best feature.
Yeah.
I'll put that on a shirt for you, Cliff. I've got a fun button shirt.
I got a fun button.
Jesus Christ.
I'll get one
with an arrow pointing down.
Different buttons.
New from Taylor. Why Cliff sucks for disliking the ending of Supergirl.
No, I agree with you on Supergirl.
God damn, we almost made it.
All right, no, getting off of that topic.
Y'all gonna get me in a bad mood. That's one of my non-fun buttons. That
is definitely not a non-fun button. Although I have a follow-up, but I'm not going to use a follow-up. No, I was talking a lot recently about setting boundaries and and I was like, and although apparently I'm a big mush and not great at setting boundaries, God bless you, Scott.
Thank you. Love you, Cliff.
Love you too. But I do think that when push comes to shove, I set boundaries, and there's people I have fun with the button pushing. I think Izzy and I have excellent chemistry with pushing each other's buttons and it just being loud and crazy, but it's fun. And we know that we're having fun when it's over. And there's other people, and you could tell because I just avoid them that the button pushing is not fun. And when things are over, it's not nice, So
I try to keep the button pushing stuff to fandom related topics. Every now and then it gets a little on the edge where fandom, art mirrors reality. So every now and then it can get a little close to the edge and might hit. You never know what someone's dealing with or what feeling they're in. But I just like doing that whether I'm on YouTube or in real life. But that's just me.
I'm Gen X. That's how we show affection.
Yeah.
I'm wondering now if at Heroes, if having you bedazzle my legs was that a boundary that you probably...
No, that's a great story.
Man, I looked for both of y'all this year, and I was so sad I didn't see Cliff or Stephanie.
Aww.
That's the first time somebody said something like that this year, and I felt something. And
I was genuinely sad. I looked for both of y'all, and I was sad that y'all weren't there.
Oh, thanks, Scotty.
Do I have to like put up warning signs? Warning signs next year. I will or will not be at this location. But yes, as I said last night, I'm going to make it like my priority to do Heroes.
Yeah, me too.
I just assumed I could have asked.
You need it for the soul. That's how I think about it. Everyone needs, like, I mean, talking in terms of this community and all the friendships we have on here, like, it's good for the soul to go.
Yeah, it's a big class reunion, you know.
In some ways, yes.
And I also decided that next year I'm not going to buy a hotel. I'm just going to jump around and
you're just going to rent a room instead.
I made a huge mistake this year.
And Steph, you're so funny because I'm like, all right, definitely got to do the hotel because I hated everything else. I hated looking for parking and all the weird stuff that came with it, and running place to place. I would like to do less running place to place.
Yeah,
so that's
you
why
have
I'm
to
like
stay in the Westin for sure.
Yeah.
That was a big advantage.
I just felt like most of the time I was missing on two. I can process the fact that I can't be everywhere for everything, but I did feel like I was missing out on things that I didn't necessarily have to be missing out on.
I like that it's someone other than me at this point saying you definitely have to stay at the Westin.
No, 100%. Even at the Westin, you're still walking a ton.
Yeah, bare minimum, the other hotel that's nearby, because at least this way you're still not confounded by all the other things. The only thing that sucks is if you don't stay in the Westin is you've got to be buddied up with somebody so you can move between the floors. But I feel like that's a small complaint. Like if you can't do the Westin, you get a better deal. A block over. I feel like
there's the one that's like
to do a Hilton. I have to do a Hilton branch.
Yeah, there's a Hilton that's just on the other side of the Whole Foods. It's a suites, and so it's a little bit cheaper, and you actually get a suite hotel instead of you have a little kitchenette and everything else there.
Oh, thank God! I planned on cooking in my hotel next year at HeroesCon.
I gotta use my points. I gotta use my points.
Mark is bringing the crock pot.
No, normally I'm the same way, Scotty. I would stay at the Hilton, but when I go, I gave up on that and decided
did you
conform, be one of
Yeah.
everybody else. Yeah,
I'm like Rob breakfast. Fine, Mark.
I'm too lazy to walk a block.
My girlfriend, her second job is at Hilton, so it makes sense to use a Hilton.
Well, I have personal reasons for not using Marriott, but still I allow them this one time a year to have my money.
Rob had a valid terrible experience with a terrible customer service, like just straight up like somebody who probably lost, like guarantee they had to have lost their job after the incident was made aware to their employer, but one of those kind of experiences that make you not want to support the company after said experience. Without getting into details.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Rob, I fully expect for next Heroes for you to come in a lazy boy chair that is motorized.
Motorized. I looked for Rob too. I didn't see Rob.
I wasn't there this year.
I missed you as well, man. I did look for you
I was in Oregon.
Okay, because when I walked over to say hi to Mark, I looked for you.
Yeah, no, this year was when they announced. This year I wasn't able to make it. My youngest was graduating from university at the same weekend, and I knew that as soon as like the year before as soon as they announced the fucking dates as the second weekend in June. I was like, oh, that's it. I'm not going to be able to make it because that's when graduation's going to be. But
I understand.
My wife insisted that I love my child more than comics, so.
And I recommended this videotape the graduation. Problem solved.
The graduation was live streaming, but
Rob, you could have just had the cutout at the graduation and attended Heroes.
Yeah, so
that would be like Mark sending a cutout of himself to the next Avatar movie by his favorite there. So
When you put it like that, Cliff, that's unacceptable. I guess you do have to go, Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for adding proper context. Now I understand, Cliff.
Rob, don't you like 2099?
Of course.
They got Hulk 2099
action figure, nice.
Yeah, it's really cool too.
So
massive.
Well, he is.
I cannot tell you enough. I'm haunted by 2099 stuff, and I think it's so funny because oh my, I don't know what that book was.
I know. I saw that too. I was like, oh.
Yeah, pretty cool. They did a good job on it.
Nice.
He needs to get a pedicure though, but
I never understood like the draw of having an action figure without hair to comb.
Or outfits to change.
Well, okay, I can tell you why I enjoy them because when I have a comic book room in my house, so I come in here to get away from my problems, to forget about stuff, to have a good time, to look at my books. So when I come in here, I just enjoy looking at them. I enjoy seeing them on display. It just brings me joy to sit in here and look around and see them.
That's like my masturbation closet.
Yeah, it's just like that.
That's what I was thinking. God, I took the words.
But you can't leave these up though. Well, you could, but never mind.
There's no going back.
Why are you guys doing that in the closet? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, like it's not like your vlogs and you live with family.
Jesus.
Ironically, Vog is one person that doesn't go in the closet to do it.
One would think. I love you, Will.
I don't have to go in the closet, Cliff.
I get to go in the closet.
Yeah.
I get to go in the closet. See, somebody who spent too much time in the closet, I don't, I can't see it.
Nice. I can't imagine you closeted.
It was very sad and a very weak performance. But mostly it was just sad and scary for me.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, now, okay, I said I couldn't imagine, but I meant I get that.
I
today,
know.
today, this Cliff, you can't, but
yeah,
I can. It's easy to imagine for any, unfortunately, for any.
Yeah. I wasn't.
Cliff, when did you come out, Cliff?
Technically, I was 17.
17, yeah.
But officially, like once he came out of his mom, then basically.
Wow, thank you.
No, actually, I'll tell you exactly. It's so weird. I knew I had weird feelings in 5th grade, but I didn't know what those weird feelings were. All I knew is that all the guys were suddenly girl obsessed in 5th grade and I just wasn't. And so that was odd for me. And I was
slow developers where you were at 5th grade. No, I'm just kidding.
Right there, nobody there was slow, and then it was funny because I remember things were really bad for me. I had to repeat 6th grade, right? And my mom had said, "Don't worry, you're just a oh my god, what do you call it? Where you blossom later in life or whatever the hell it is?
Late bloomer, man. Late bloomer.
Yeah, you're just a late bloomer or whatever, right? And so I went to public school. I forget it. That was it. Public school was like, oh shit, I'm gay.
Dang it all.
Because 5th grade, I knew I felt different because 5th grade was the very first time in all of Catholic school that I had a new male student, not somebody I grew up with, right? Mm-hmm. And it was very strange for me. I don't know why I wanted him to like me so bad. It's obvious now, but it was not obvious then. But then 6th grade, I go to public school, and now public school full of all new boys. And I'm like, oh.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Well,
and then that was really bad. And there was 3 months of me waking up every day and praying, literal praying that I wasn't gay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then I just kind of all right, well, this is a whole thing that is just going to have to be my big old secret. And then that went on. Oh my God. So I guess, from 12 So from 12 to 17, and then one time I'm arguing about dating with my mother in the car at 17, and I finally let it out, and she was devastated. You know?
Oh man.
And then when I was 18, I just decided to let everyone else know except for my father because she begged me not to. And then of course my brother was horrible about it. And then just like whatever, at a certain point, you know, I just I have a flip-floppy philosophy on I just, you know, I don't really care what people think about me, but I really do care that they understand me.
Yeah.
You know? And then some days I just
we
get
all want, really.
Of course,
yeah.
of course.
You know, and there's two very different psychologies to that. And the thing is, when people don't know you well, they don't know the difference, right? When people don't know you well, they think it's only about, you know, attention or like you always want to be right or whatever. And it's funny because on the receiving end, it's kind of like, no, it's like, you know, like I'm doing things that I know are based on my trauma. If you really knew me, you would understand, you know, and like you're doing stuff that like is because you want to be right. Like I got into it with somebody and I was like really fixated on a timeline of events. And like while we were in the heat of the argument, and they're like, what is wrong with you? Why are you fixated on this? And I'm like, well, you know, when you've been the victim of someone who gaslights your existence, your timeline, you're always wrong, you're always crazy. I was like, you know, validation and structure of events, it's become like a thing. It's a whole thing for me. And it's not about whether I think you're right or wrong. It's about I want a firm, proper timeline, you know? And like, and then
it's a protective thing, I think.
Yeah, it's a very protective thing. But again, to people who don't know you very well, what could that possibly look like to them? Right?
That's none of your business what other people think of you, really.
No, but it is when it turns into an argument, right? When it turns into why are we fighting about what happened, you know, Wednesday, you know, why are we fighting about Wednesday, June 23rd, 2025? Well, it wasn't a Wednesday, was it? You know, like that sort of thing. And because I'm in that thing, they are only experiencing that I'm fixated on, no, that's wrong. It should be blah, blah, blah. I'm going to look it up and correct it. And then they're upset because they think that they're just seeing a person who just wants them to be wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I definitely feel like I have more empathy for the people who lack empathy for me.
Oh.
Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
Oh, please. And it's like a weekly experience. It's great.
Well, but I mean, with your parents and stuff, the reactions and stuff to that.
Did your dad know? No.
You know, so like I really thought he did, right? And a year and a half before he died, my friend Anthony, who owns the comic book store, he came over with a couple of friends, one of them being his friend Sarah. And my father ran to the bedroom and told my mother, oh, they brought this beautiful girl over to meet Clifford. And my mom told me the next day when we were alone at breakfast, and I was like, Mom, why? Why are you letting him believe this? And she's like, I don't know how to talk to him about this. I was you know, and you know, and then after he died, and she's convinced he never knew. And I was like, by the way, my father had amazing gaydar. He knew everybody was gay except me. And I feel like that's such a funny thing to happen in one's life, right? So after he died, she goes, no, he never knew. I was like, I can't believe this. I was like, my brother has such a big mouth. I can't believe my brother didn't rub it in his face. And and then I said to her, I was like, and I was like, do you really think he would have had a hard time with it? She goes, yeah, I think he would have had a hard time with it. I was like, but do you think he would have liked Mateo? She goes, yeah, he would have liked Mateo. So if I told him too soon, it would have been bumpy. If I told him just before meeting Mateo and then he met Mateo, it would have been better. Oh my God. But it's really funny. It's really funny when you only have like the one parent to talk about these things with, you know? And it's funny. I really thought I would like regret it more, but I don't. Usually whenever I go at least once or twice a year to his grave. And when I do, like I have these like little conversations in the corner of my mind. I never regret not telling him. You know, I'm always like, I'm surprisingly okay with that.
Maybe it's because you don't want, you knew it would hurt him, and therefore you were sparing him that.
Maybe, but also I think it's because I have other regrets, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there was an argument we got into once flying back from Las Vegas, and I really regret that argument. And then, like, you know, I tell this story often. I bought that copy of Close Encounters for us to watch, and we never watched it, you know, and it's still sitting unopened downstairs in my office, right? Or like that I didn't take more time to get to know him as a person, or that it took years for me to understand depression, anxiety, and how that can be applied genetically. Like, you know, like I didn't start learning about those things till after he died, and that actually is so much worse in my head than, you know, hey, by the way, you know, we never talked about me being a homo.
Yeah. I think when people pass away, there's always regrets. You know, you always look back and think, like, you know, you're always going to have moments where you're like, I should have done this.
I know that.
But at least you were blessed to still have your mom to talk to still, you know?
Yeah.
It was funny. It's like, so I can tell from the opposite side, right? From when my youngest, was very, very, it was like never like, it's one of those things that when it finally became aware, it was like not a surprise, and it didn't bother me any. Obviously different. It was like first longest time, like growing up all through like from 6th grade on, was like in their room very prominently had been displaying a rainbow flag, and as with it wasn't like just a straight rainbow. It was like with equality and some other stuff. And in all their projects throughout Girl Scouts were things focused on like working with the schools to develop safe spaces for non-gender conforming to change during PE and stuff, to have a new, a separate place where they could go to change for PE, and not just simply have to be in just the guys and girls locker room type stuff, and doing projects like that. And then like one time I was reading one of their essays or something, and it was or a short story, and it was this story about this kind of like a little love triangle type thing, but throughout the whole story was gender neutral the way it was written. And it wasn't until the end that was like the reveal that it was these 3 guys instead of a traditional, instead of what in my mind you basically read into it. The way it was written was very well, that you read into it what your experiences were. And as soon as I got to the end and realized how, wow, that was amazing and very clever and everything else. And it's like, and at that point it got really kind of triggered a little bit more of a conversation between us and stuff. And it was like, it was great. You know, it was really kind of open and very, very, friendly and stuff, and it was good. I'm glad that they didn't have to have the experience that you have, where you had to try to hide it from your parents or whatever. It was like it just kind of came organically within our, had been there because okay, great. Well, if that's the case, who cares? Type thing, and then just kind of came out, and now we super. Like we just had for the barbecue, they came down with their partner and spent the weekend with us, and it was great. And we're getting ready to take them on a cruise after their, my youngest graduated from university last weekend, and their partner graduates next year. So then we're taking both of them with us on a cruise to celebrate their kind of tandem graduations and stuff and whatnot. But I have to run. I have a meeting. It's 6:30 for me, and I have my first meeting of the day with somebody who's in APAC who's staying late for me. So return you guys chat amongst yourselves. Mark will be back momentarily.
Good luck.
Take it easy, guys.
Cheers, Rob.
Dude, I could identify with what Rob was just saying, because I have a 17-year-old son who was gay, and I don't know, man, if I think about like the reaction that I would have got from my dad if I'd come out to him or something like that, and it would have been brutal for me growing up. But like, I love the relationship that me and my son have, and I actually thank God that he is nothing like me. Like, I'm glad that I'm really proud of how he's turned out, and I try to show him that and be supportive of that. And he knows he can come to me and talk to me about anything. And I have a much better relationship with him than I did with my dad. So yeah, dude, I can relate to what Rob just said though.
No, it's beautiful. And let me tell you, the era of the time reflects that greatly.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine what you had to go through.
Yeah, it was just and oh my god. And then sometimes I think, well, at least I'm really lucky because, you know, it wasn't X, Y, or Z. Oh my god, look at that giant pussy covering up Stephanie's screen.
Oh.
That's Peaches.
Oh my god, Peaches. I love Peaches.
And Peaches was so small when we got him. He was abandoned.
And now Peaches is a giant.
We had to bottle feed him. He was the cutest thing ever.
So one of the ladies at work is absolutely obsessed with orange cats. Obsessed.
I love them too.
And her cat is named Bentley. It's so adorable. So adorable. And he
I like naming my pets after food.
Yeah.
I had mango before him.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
We had some hamsters. I think it was bacon, ham, and sausage.
Does he get a winter coat and like a big chesty beard in the winter? Yeah, Peaches.
Peaches always looks like this.
Okay. Well, no, because like here between the seasons, right? Like Bentley will get a winter coat and it's just gets this big burly beard. It's so cute.
He's very much he
Bye,
very much
Taylor.
Lion like that. Yeah. Bye, Taylor.
Oh damn, see you, Taylor.
Yeah. Are you working today, Cliff?
I am. I'm hiding in my office. It's great. And I'm very happy today. My third Golden Age book that I ordered arrives, and then I can finally make this video.
Oh, nice. Is it going to be a surprise, or can you say?
No, it's going to be a surprise.
Surprise! I got you.
I might even keep one of them a secret just so I can weaponize it for Guess That Key.
Oh.
I don't even know. You guys are on this. Maybe it's because I'm not using the app when I play. But man, you guys are like, I got it. It's like 2 clues in. I'm like, you guys are assholes. Screw you.
Yeah, I don't know how they. Well, one thing about them getting it 2 clues in, I think has to do with if you do what do you call it? If you choose an era that's really tight, you know. Like I think copper is a very narrow, you know, tight, unmoisturized section of comic book history. I just like watching Mark's head pop up.
His head jerked up.
But no, I know it's true. I think Copper Age is a really small classed era, right?
You show me a book with a key, I can probably guess it. But to just guess it out of nothing, I don't know, man.
Well,
I guess.
mean,
granted, I'm not using the app when I play, so I
no, you should absolutely use the app when you play because
I'm usually on my phone, so I'm just sort of just guessing. But it's fun. It's a fun game.
It is. It's definitely fun. Heard Scotty Vaughn called me little dude. Y'all are crazy. I just you and Marcus remind me of a playful variation of me and my brother where me and my brother are opposite ends of the spectrum, and I only want to strangle him 100% of the time.
I don't know, man. For somebody to channel the energy, just constantly throwing the energy out there, just say it to me in person, bro. Just say it to me in person. Say what you got to say to me in person. It's just little girl shit running around saying it to other people. It's just not respectable.
I got Mark's attention.
So like I said, a much tamer, more playful version.
I'm not hard to find. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hard to find.
You know what is hard to find, Scotty?
What, Mark?
A leaked version of the Green Lantern trailer that's supposed to drop sometime today. I'm getting impatient. I'm ready to watch it. I haven't found it yet. When they did the teaser trailer for the Lantern show, it leaked early. So he ended up dropping it early. And I was just, everything leaks these days, from Avengers Doomsday stuff to that Lantern
trailer. I swear I saw a trailer for that recently.
Well, yesterday they dropped the trailer for the trailer that comes today.
Okay, that's what that must be what I saw.
They're like, here's a trailer so that you know tomorrow is the trailer that's just a little bit longer.
Oh, good.
But
I'm glad they're keeping me up to date. That's nice of them. That's very kind.
Yesterday they showed the green like tornado effect that Hal was casting. Yesterday, because of Comic-Con, they showed the detailed close-ups of the Lantern, the ring, as well as a still shot, a new still photo of Hal wearing the suit. But yeah, the trailer itself is supposed to drop today, not the trailer for the trailer. Bleak. You have to know these differences.
Yeah, so what am I getting here? We're getting like 3 different Green Lanterns in one show. Is that what's happening?
Yep. Well, yeah. we know that Guy, John, and Hal are all in it. To what capacity, who knows?
That's fair.
People are talking about Hal's going to be killed off in the first episode and only appear in flashbacks from there. Guy might just be a glorified cameo like he was in Peacemaker. I don't know.
Is Hal the one that says you can get my ring off my dead body or some bullshit? I think he said.
Yeah.
That. That's Hal. Okay. All right.
So it kind of fits, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just saying he might have given a clue there. Just.
I mean, Mike, it might make your what do you call it? It might make it like less adversarial because it looks heavily adversarial between them.
Yeah, it does.
When you see the trailer,
it looks like they are sort of against each other. I imagine they'll come together in the end, and there'll be some heroic nonsense.
Like
but if it's actually oh, he's dead in episode 1, then it's like
oh yeah, that'll suck.
They showed 3 Funko Pops too. One of them was Sinestro with pink skin, which that's promising.
Funko Pop's still a thing? Jesus.
Yeah.
They're doing Geiger. They did a Geiger Funko Pop.
At not Heroes, at San Diego Comic-Con. The McFarlane figure went up.
Mark, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you're not gushing at the seams because of the McFarlane Geiger.
I'm getting it, yeah.
Oh man, I'm like I don't know, man. I kind of want it. It looks good, but I don't collect McFarlane though.
What got me kind of to pump my brakes? I don't know if y'all remember how they did the Berserker figure, Keanu Reeves Berserker figure.
I've looked at it. I've started to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, how it's like a double deluxe style figure, like the packaging, all the access. That's what they did with Geiger. Instead of making it comparable to the standard DC Multiverse $27.99 figure, it looks like it's going to be like a $60 figure due to all the stuff that
Joe was.
Well, no, Junkyard Joe was a 112. That was a multimedia cloth fabric, all that. But I guess
so they're not even on the same scale. They're not. You can't even put them together.
Well, McFarlane figures. That's what's so great about them being 7-inch figures. They don't scale with Hasbro, but they scale with all your other good figures, like from Storm Collectibles 112.
That's why I don't get them.
Yeah, they scale with 112, which I like that a lot. But it's just a more deluxe packaging, more deluxe with the accessories and stuff like that. But McFarlane scaled up his standard stuff where you get like the faceplate swaps, all the multiple hands. It took him to the last year of his license to start going heavy with accessories and all that kind of stuff. But he finally did it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That was it.
I
was
wonder.
just gonna say, sorry, Cliffy. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'll say.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, the bad part about me being like an out of box collector is all the accessories, all that stuff is just going into a fodder box ultimately.
Oh my God.
Dude, I messaged you asking you about that yesterday because something that I literally struggle bust with. I mean, they're just all over the room because the ones I've opened recently. But luckily, I do have space to put boxes. But even that space, it gets to the point where the space that it's using, you think, I kind of want that space for something else now.
Dude, I got to a point where I was on a video message with Adam collecting Waders, and I showed him inside my closet and all the empty boxes. And he's like, dude, get rid of those. He's like, just keep the deluxe packages, keep the ones for the more expensive figures, and throw away all the basic packaging. So I basically did, man. I only keep the deluxe packaging and anything expensive.
What I roll around with in my head is, for one, just rolling over some figures, like getting rid of some sets and stuff that I don't necessarily want or want to keep. Because just like with anything, like I stay pretty focused on the type of figures I collect, but other ones still make their way in here and there. And then after a little while of time, I feel fulfilled. I've had it long enough. I've looked at it long enough. Kind of like buying a variant. I'm an A cover guy because I'm buying them to read primarily. But every now and then I'll get a variant for something. And after about a week, I'm like, all right, cool. Now this is now going in a giveaway. I had it.
I see how you do that. Yeah.
I'm fulfilled.
That makes sense.
I don't need it no more. It's kind of like that with figures. But then with the boxes, especially with McFarlane's, they come with trading cards and a stand, and then some with accessories and stuff. I thought just get proper size Ziploc bags, put the trading card in the Ziploc bag, the accessories in the Ziploc bag, the figure, if it's not on display, put it in a tote like I have on my old Marvel Legends and stuff. That way, like all the boxes are gone. And if they're on display, they still have their Ziploc bag with the trading card, the stand, and the accessories that are not being used, just holding their place in the bag.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, dude, I'll show you what happens to all the accessories. Hold on. Can you see that fodder box just full of random bullshit?
Yeah, I've got.
That's where it ends up.
I got tackle boxes like that full of hero clicks.
Why haven't you guys? Okay, sorry. Have you guys ever smoked drugs? Have you ever bought a little dime bag? Just why don't you get one of those little baggies, put your guns and stuff in there, and label them so you know where they go. You guys.
Oh, I remember when I used to do that in the beginning of my hero click days.
Driving me crazy.
And then I discovered the Made in Israel product line at Home Depot, and I got a ton of those.
I got all kinds of drug baggies.
You gotta label that shit, bro. You gotta label that shit.
No, you got a good point. I need to be more organized in my collecting.
Honestly, because if you go to places, that's like if you look Value Village or Savers, whatever you guys shop at, they'll sell bags of just random toys. If you know what you're doing, you can really find like a whole bag of G.I. Joe guns and shit like that. They'll go through the stuff in the back and they'll just stick it all in one bag and throw it on the wall for like $250. So go there to look for your pieces and parts.
I go to McKay's. I do hit McKay's a lot, and I pick up just used resealed figures, and I try to get a lot of the ones that I don't want to buy new if I can find them there. And sometimes I find
it's not the figures that are worth money; it's all the
accessories. See, now that's the thing. I am a completionist, though. At the same time, I do keep like everything for the figures. It's all in there. It's just mixed up.
That's how all my old Marvel Legends stuff is. Because back in the Toy Biz days, they came with these very extravagant stands and stuff. Like it'd be like a brick wall to put Spider-Man on that you could hang, or the stand would be like, the base would be like a busted up Sentinel that Cyclops stands on and stuff. So it's really easy. I don't know what it is. Maybe for some people easier than others. It's easy for me to open a tote, pull out a stand, and know it goes with that figure and this and that.
I'm good. I'm pretty good about that because I bought all these. I've enjoyed them firsthand, so I usually can tell what goes with what for the most part. Some of the guns I get mixed up, but most of and like, dude, what you were saying, those diorama pieces, they should do those again. I miss those.
Yeah, dude, those Toy Biz era, I loved it. I collected those for good handful of years. I was able to put together the Build-A-Figures that they did for like Galactus, Giant Man, Sentinel, Apocalypse. I still have all of them. That was
Those
back
are
in
awesome.
the early 2000 aughts, I think.
Have you seen firsthand what Mattel is doing with the DC figures, Mark? They're badass. The kids
Not
figures.
well, I've seen the kids figures. I was about to say I haven't seen what they're going to do with like the collectible ones yet. I haven't seen anything from them about that.
I talked to a guy that works for Mattel, and he said, like, if I'm impressed by those first 4 figures, that I'm going to be blown away over the next year with what they're doing. And I've looked at some of those figures up close, and the detail is actually, I think, slightly better than a McFarlane. To be honest with you,
the kids ones, they look fun. They look just fine. And what I was talking about this last night briefly. I think Mattel is going to put McFarlane and Hasbro on notice, because if you look at the He-Man figures that they just did for the new movie, that Skeletor figure has to go up for like nominated for figure of the year. It's insane.
What's the price point?
I think like $30.
That's not bad.
They did the movie figures, and that Skeletor figure is like in a league of its own for that scale size price point kind of thing. So this whole time that they haven't had the license, they've been working for sure.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to seeing more from Mattel and what they're doing.
I will be sad to see McFarlane go, but at the same time, it's fine.
They won't be doing any more He-Man movies, I can tell you that.
I don't know, Bleak. I don't know, man.
Well, they did. What did they teased She-Ra? She outsold He-Man, so maybe they'll try She-Ra next.
Yeah, I'm still of the thought process that movie was never made with a necessity to perform at the box office. It's like whatever it makes at the box office is just bonus money.
That might be. That's actually that's a good talking point.
I'm of the mindset, like, well before it, I'm on record saying that I think that they made this movie for their streaming platform and solely for their streaming platform. They budgeted it, made it, and did it all 100% for their streaming platform. And they just happened to put it in theaters just to see how it does, see what it does, and why not. We're making it anyways for our streaming platform. And that's not if that is the case, that's not the only time they did it. So I'm just applying what they've done before, that I know that they did before, like Red One, Project Hail Mary. They decided to put that in theater because they thought that they have like a.
I don't even think it's number one in streaming though.
It is. He-Man cracked a lot of number ones this week. Yeah. So I think like with Hail Mary, they
went from
they
number
won
9.
Oscar.
Yeah, because I saw it at number 8, I think.
Right. So when it debuted at 9 on Amazon, and then last night it was at number 1 on Amazon. So that made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, 100%, Marcus. And they made that movie, and they said like, we got potential here to get some nominations and stuff. So you're required, in order to even be considered, to have X amount of time in a theater. So they did that with that. And with Red One, they're like, why don't we put this in theater? Because not everyone has an Amazon Prime account. That's literally their mentality. And they said, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can just get a free ticket via this link. You don't have to pay to see it in theater. You can take your family out to see it, but you've already paid for it. So that, you know what I mean? They're not contingent on box office success for their stuff. They want to see what it does for their streaming platform. And they're trying to build out, and they're on record talking about this. They're trying to build out a more robust streaming platform with IPs that they have control of, from James Bond to Voltron to He-Man. And, you know, they're limited. They don't own Marvel. They don't own a large part of Lord of the Rings, but they have what they can work with. And they're heavily devoted to that with Rings of Power. The marketing for season 3 just kicked off like big time yesterday with that Sauron photo that went out that actually looks super duper cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Well, I guess we've talked about it probably before ad nauseum. They've got to find a different way to make money, right? So,
Who's that?
uh,
Amazon or
and
theaters?
theaters, companies, movie companies, just spending $500 million on a movie and going, I wonder why it's not making money. So streaming is helping. It used to be a different process in the 90s and 80s. It all went to video, and that was how you made your money. But nowadays, it's different.
So, and we are able to notice it with our own two eyes. Like these movies clearly don't perform like as a whole.
Yeah.
Box office does not perform like it did 5 years ago. Like we can see that they're more aware of it than we are.
They have to be. They're
actually financially invested in these films, so they know when they're making them that theaters aren't performing like that. They know that even the MCU isn't like an automatic financial win anymore. They had like some major eye-opening moments with stuff like the Marvels, Thunderbolts. They had to pull Thunderbolts out of the theaters. Disney had IMAX literally come back to them and pay to break a contract with them to kick Star Wars out of their screen so that they can replace it with He-Man. So He-Man didn't even get to market IMAX. They just got thrown in at the last minute. Luckily, I was able to see it on IMAX. It would have been
fun on IMAX, actually. He-Man, it was a fun movie. If I was a 12-year-old boy still collecting He-Man toys, it would have been the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah, my kids enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Finn enjoyed the new Star Wars movie more than it. Yeah, but I enjoyed He-Man more than Star Wars.
And I gotta say, like I told people, it's not for us, right? It's for the next generation. And if I put myself in that mindset, it was a pretty good movie. It was all right.
I feel like it's a little bit of column A, column B.
Yeah, I'm with Cliff on that. I think they're banking on the old generation to bring the new generation in. I don't think He-Man found any new fans.
Well, it wasn't. I'm gonna tell you. I think a lot of fathers took their kids and sons, that kind of thing. I don't know. I think it'll bring in new fans. It's fantastical. It was fun. It wasn't like super crazy violent or anything. So I don't know. If they do a cartoon,
good morrow upon you, fellas.
Hey, shit! Here he comes. He's gonna talk about.
I watched He-Man less than 6 hours ago.
Fill us in.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It is the most all right of things that they spent a whole bunch of fucking money on. It's really slick. It looks like it should be great.
Yeah.
Some of it just didn't land the way I thought maybe I expected it to. But it was. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No,
the thing that was most wrong with it is that it's very loyal to being He-Man and Masters of the Universe. And that is something that hasn't been popular in 50 fucking years. Like that's really all there is to it.
Last night, Drew, last night in the hangout, we kind of had that conversation I brought up where like I think studios have to do something different, like Marvel, Star Wars, DC, whoever, Amazon, any and all of them have to kind of change up the status quo of gimmicks that they use, the Hollywood magic, whatever like technologies and stuff they're using. It's just doesn't feel fantastical. Like you said, it was just all right, but you saw like in He-Man, you see crazy stuff that should be exciting to our brain. Like, but because we're not like super emotionally tied to He-Man, it really doesn't do anything to wow us because it's just another movie that you've seen this 1,000 times before in the past 10 years kind of thing. And I think that's a good example of what I meant last night when I said like Hollywood has to find whatever the next like technical gimmick is that they use to bring fantastic images to our eyes. They got to find it because that subconscious dopamine hit that we're not in control of, they're no longer hitting it.
It's the tropes. It's because they use the same
I think He-Man did a good job. Like Masters of the Universe did a good job on hitting all of those tropes that it should for the time period that it was going for like the target audience it was going for. I just think that you're shooting wide on a very niche market. Like I think that the He-Man fan base is much smaller than most large IPs fan bases are. Like you're looking at something that has kind of had a failure to launch in so many reboots. You know, the last couple of things that they've done have been generally shat upon. Hey, what's up, Legend?
That Netflix thing
that
didn't
Netflix
really
thing Kevin Smith
favor.
wrote for them, I thought was decent, but like people shit on it, and I'm like,
I genuinely disliked it. I've tried 3 times to get.
The animation was solid, and I couldn't be bothered to dive too much into it because, like, He-Man for me, I remember the show, but I'm not super nostalgic for it. Like, my Masters of the Universe love came from the action figures, not from the media. So, like, I grew up playing with He-Man action figures before I ever saw He-Man.
One thing I thought was great of the movie, Drew, that like my mind immediately went to the end when He-Man put some paws on Skeletor. The way that they filmed that, as I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, this feels like I'm playing with action figures right now. The way like He-Man punches him and the camera's swinging with the hits, and
it's kind of like a rubberiness to the action.
Well, they did a good, like the way, like, I mean, my interpretation of it was like they kind of brought the action of a kid holding 2 figures, hitting them and doing that. They brought that into a real life moment. I'm like, this is so cool. I genuinely loved the new He-Man movie, but I see the criticisms with it, and it is just a whole bunch more of, I've seen this before, but I had such a blast with it, dude. I thought it was tough.
It was fun. I enjoyed it as a He-Man fan. I enjoyed it, but
I honestly wish that the love and attention that they gave to the property of Masters of the Universe, that they gave that to more niche things. I don't think that they ever will, because this is a giant red flag that you need a wider audience to make a movie as profitable as it could be. They made this movie not to have a streamer content piece, not to, you know, satisfy a couple of 45-year-old men over the course of the larger audience. They made this movie to make Barbie money, and it's not fucking gonna make Barbie money. And that's really, you can draw a line in the sand right there. The studio saw He-Man Masters of the Universe. They saw what Barbie did. They said, let's do that. And they did not do that.
I don't agree at all with that.
You know,
because I think they knew they weren't gonna. I don't think for one second they were delusional to think that they could pull off Barbie money with it. Because again, they're on record. People interview these people all the time. And you can look to other examples. The most expensive endeavor that they've ever gone out on with the worst return is Rings of Power. And they're still throwing every bit of money at it. And that's a straight to streamer TV show with diminishing viewership. And Amazon is a different animal because of how big the company is. And what seems like these crazy expensive endeavors to us, if we look at them as individual projects, they are, but we're not looking at and we're not fully aware of their actual plan here and what their actual end goal is and how many L's that they're writing off at the front end.
Amazon's end goal is to make money 30 cents at a time on every box of tissues that it shows up at your door.
Well, I'm talking about in terms of the streaming platform, though.
I think that if you're looking at the result of Masters of the Universe and its box office lack of success, if you think the people at Amazon are happy about that,
no one ever said happy.
Yeah. If you think that they're not disappointed, you're wrong. They're very disappointed. They're disappointed in how it showed out.
There's two movies that make money: kids movies and super adult, like rated R movies. If they made a rated R He-Man, like a Conan the Barbarian He-Man, that'd be
cool.
That would have been awesome, and it would have made $1 billion. They're just being stupid. That's what they're just being done.
I don't think that the He-Man movie did anything as far as even in marketing or merchandising to bring in children viewers to a He-Man property, which is what you kind of need to do if your entire property that you're trying to celebrate is a toy brand.
I don't think they had the toys ready to go because they had the I don't know if they're ever going to make them.
Seems like big missteps to me.
They had the adult collectible figures for the adults and stuff, but they didn't. That's why I'm saying I don't think that was this movie's full intention from their point of view. Again, like as much as we can look at the industry and make pretty accurate assumptions on how things are going and what, like when we hear something announced, we can say that's a bad idea and watch it play out kind of poorly. They're even more hyper aware of that. And that's probably why they didn't invest heavily into kids' toys and stuff like that because they know better. Like most times, they have better information than we have. They didn't expect this to draw in a lot of kids that are going to rush out and want to buy toys for it.
Well,
that's why they didn't have.
Mattel is well aware that when they release a new line of Masters of the Universe toys, that the pre-orders are big and then they sit on shelves because people in Target don't give a fuck. If you care about He-Man, you pre-order those figs the second they were announced, and if you don't care about He-Man, nothing will ever make you go back and buy a He-Man figure.
It's a huge fail, man. They didn't market it enough for kids, and the adults that used to like the property were like, it's okay.
I feel like so many times I look at a movie and I'm like, who did they make this movie for? And this movie, I look at it and go, well, they made it for me. But I'm not enough. I'm not enough to carry this to the promised land. And I think they were aiming for a wider audience and they failed to capture that. And
if it's the first step in a new He-Man era where this was supposed to be catch kids' attention and catch everyone's attention, maybe, and they keep going, maybe, but I don't know, man.
I think it's short-sighted not to even look at it that way. You know what I mean? It's like if the reason the original He-Man was successful was because of the toys. It was successful. It was a toy commercial that sold toys, and the toys were great, and basically the show gave your toys context.
I still have some.
Right. I mean, like I grew up with my brothers. My brother's 2 years older than me. So I grew up playing with my brother's He-Man figures, never seen He-Man until we got He-Man VHSs later on. Like it wasn't on TV regularly. Like I was watching, I don't know, I guess Scooby-Doo and Batman and Transformers was still on, G.I. Joe was still on, but He-Man wasn't going strong.
It was for me all the time. So I'll tell you which ones were concurrent in my lifetime. It was Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, She-Ra later, obviously.
Thundercats,
Silverhawks. And those were on like all the time.
I was a way bigger fan of Thundercats at the time, and we had all the toys from both lines. Like my mom went nuts on buying all those figures for us. But I mean, as far as like watching it on TV, I couldn't tell you watching He-Man on TV outside of a VHS or two that we had. And
I just watched the 1987 movie. That the cartoon
had
was
the movie.
Adorable. I've watched it. Plenty didn't care, but I love the Dolph Lundgren movie.
As kids, awesome. We hated that movie because we're just like, where is everybody? Like, where are
I'm team
Skeletor's in it, but He-Man doesn't even look like He-Man in it.
So why are they on Earth? Why are they not on Eternia? Right. The whole thing.
They're on Earth so they can eat chicken because that food
they were ribs, Drew. They were ribs.
We just very quickly touched on Earth. Marlena absolutely says, "Send him to my home to remind everybody, homegirls from Earth. She's a goddamn pilot." All right, and so I like that was still there for like we can touch more on this if we get to a sequel. But I like how it played out, and I like their use of Dolph Lundgren. And when Dolph Lundgren helps him up at where he gets the sword, he's just he was in the gym where he says "Good journey," right?
My least favorite part of the movie was the Dolph Lundgren part.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
But that was such a what do you call it?
A proper
torch.
Yeah, proper cameo, passing the torch moment. I loved it.
I hated it.
Oh, I'm so sorry you did. It's really funny. I've worried about especially recently, especially with certain movies. I'm not going to mention their name again, but I really worried about online influences over my personal influence. But at least I have He-Man to remind me that that's not true. I have all sorts of people tell me about everything they hated about this movie. And I've watched the movie 3 times now, and it has not affected my enjoyment. There's 3 or 4 criticisms I have of the movie, but none of them are enough to knock my enjoyment of the movie.
Dude, I like listening to people's takes on movies. Often, like a lot of stuff, like with the Odyssey, I didn't go and watch. Like Nolan does great marketing without like spoiling stuff. Like he's a phenomenal marketing like genius. The way he cuts trailers for his stuff and everything, it makes you curious to see more. You want to see more, and you don't get to see more unless you go buy a ticket. But all the people, all the campaigns, all the regular talking heads that talk about projects leading up to them and all that, I didn't get too hung up in them. I was aware of a lot of them, and it made my day seeing them and then just feeling like how wrong those people are. And even like I had a conversation with Pops, even the people that were complaining that with the Odyssey specifically, Nolan adapted it based on the most recent interpretation of the story, where like the trauma of war is highlighted more, this and that. People were all mad that Nolan's adapting this version of it. And then the lady who wrote that interpretation this past week did a whole interview on how she didn't like the movie because it's not even saying it wasn't close enough to her adaptation, but the things that she draws from the story, this 3,000-year-old story, the things that she sees, it didn't align up with her takes on it. So now they're like trying to be mad that it's not like the version that they were mad that it was like the version. And it's pretty funny, man.
I think
and
the Odyssey is such a big release right now, and so many people are excited about it that you're going to have people writing articles about it that are absolute nonsense just to get clicks.
Yeah. And when I enjoy like content from all kinds of different angles. And there's definitely a specific angle that it was just like rails on projects before they come out. And then the project will come out, and I'll be honest, like 9 times out of 10, they'll probably be right, because some of this stuff is just observational pattern recognition. But I've watched like people rail against Furiosa. Like, why are we doing a Mad Max movie without Mad Max? Blah, 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 blah. Like
Mad Max ain't for girls.
For months leading up to it. Then Furiosa comes out, like their entire large scale audience is just parroting what they say. Don't go see the movie. And then the person who's hosting these conversations and hosting this narrative watches the movie and says, damn, I liked it. And now the movie doesn't perform, and you have this hate monger crowd that's gone out and everything. And then it happened with Alien Romulus too, like railed against Romulus. It comes out, it's fantastic. And then they have to die on this hill that they created that isn't actually applicable to the film after you've seen it. And there's a lot of that happening with the Odyssey as well. Like, you've created these hills to die on before you saw if there's really a hill to die on. And now you're stuck on that hill.
The whole 45 seconds of Lupita Nyong'o screen time ruined this whole movie for me.
Fantastic.
Exactly. It's crazy, bro.
Alien Romulus was about as fantastic as Prey. They were a step in the right direction. I wouldn't call them fantastic, though.
Oh, I really love
Prey. Was fantastic.
They were pretty good. They were pretty good, but I wouldn't call them fantastic.
Prey is hands down the best Predator piece of media that they ever
100%. Well, besides the cartoon that they released.
I like Prey better than the cartoon, but that's just me. I thought the cartoon had its reasons for being, but like it seemed more supplemental, whereas Prey was its own story.
The theme of Homer's Odyssey is his whatchamacallit, he's hard-headed and he doesn't go home. That's why he gets all these bad things happen to him.
Are you looking for the word hubris?
There you go. Thank you. Hubris. Yeah, that's the theme of the Odyssey.
But that's a gross understatement to try to boil down the Odyssey to one theme. But the primary theme focused around your title character, which he goes through numerous, is just the desire to go home. The hero's journey applied to the concept of returning home.
I saw an awesome meme the other day, and it has what's his name in all his roles, The Martian, The Odyssey. It says Hollywood spent $900 billion to try to send Matt Damon home, or try to get Matt Damon home.
Had like The Martian,
it's hilarious.
Had The Odyssey.
I just remember the movie where he got shrunk down and lived in a shoebox or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuart Little, is that what it was called?
Stuart Little,
something like that. Dude, I saw this funny meme that had Matt Damon on the Island of Calypso.
Matt Damon.
He's like, wait, I remember now. I remember I had a family. I remember we bought a zoo.
Matt Damon, man.
Well, I already forgot what I was going to say, and I have to go.
It was a good. Was it
have a great day, everybody.
Hey, see you later.
Was it about the theme of the Odyssey, Cliff?
Yeah, it might have been.
Great, yeah, and of course I boiled it down to a pretty simple plot, but there's more.
I think if you're complaining about the casting of the
to.
Odyssey and you don't have any complaints that there's no Greek people in it, then that's your problem.
I don't really care, to be fair.
Matt Damon, why weren't we putting John Stamos in this thing? He's Greek.
Yeah, that's what we need, John Stamos.
Yeah. If this isn't a Stamos vehicle, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
More Stamos now.
Look, man, it's either say racist, misogynistic, horrible things online about movies for kids or work at the Granite Shed. So in other news, they're transitioning Spider-Man in the like and subscribe.
Oh, he said something pretty good.
Is he a trans or a transformer?
That's dude. Did you see that?
Yeah, I just watched it. I watched it this morning. First thing I did when I woke up.
Just cut some.
He's cutting them off. Yeah, he's cutting them off. That shit's funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, it is.
No, his comments on embezzlement are pretty good too. I'm curious on
his comments on everything are good. Don't give him too much shine. He'll get a big head.
These movies are getting pretty bloated, man. I'm wondering where that money's going.
I've been saying that there is money laundering for years, dude. There's no remember when Godzilla -1 came out on an $18 million budget? And you're like, yeah, clearly it doesn't cost money to make movies. Clayface is on a $40 million budget. Clearly special effects, sets, and actors don't cost that much. You know what's interesting? The Odyssey's at $250, but I think their highest paid actor only made like 15.
See, and I know Todd McFarlane, because I've made fun of him for it. He's like, we could make a fucking Spawn movie on $80 million. I'm like, Todd, the cape is going to cost $80 million.
But it's not.
But it's not, because Todd wrote that movie without Spawn in it because he's an idiot.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's been writing a Spawn movie without Spawn in it for the last 15 years, trying to sell it to Hollywood. You know why nobody's bought it? Because it's a bad idea. Todd is not going to get to direct that movie.
We're not getting a Spawn movie until Todd's far away from the Spawn.
He was just on an interview, and someone says, "So are we close?" And he said, "No." He said, every time I get a script turned back into me, I get 3 pages in and I deny it. He said, until I get someone who's going to work close enough with me to write 1 or 2 pages and me approve it, then to get the next 2. He's like, we're not going to stay on brand for some reason. For some reason, these writers will not stay on brand for this character in this story. They just go off on these things, and I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna write Todd a letter. I say, okay, Todd, I'll write your fucking story. Jesus Christ.
The problem is that Spawn sucks. His problem is Spawn sucks. It's a really cool looking character, and it sucks.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to the Spawn.
I mean, there's 6 good issues over the first 10.
Yeah,
that Mark,
and then after that,
Spawn 77 looks cool.
Neil Gaiman wrote them too.
Todd doesn't like me today. He's made sure that I'm blurry. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, that's what you get for fucking with the Todd father.
Oh my. Go ink some Liefeld.
Damn. He makes it better. He usually fixes it.
It would be hard to make it worse.
Oh man.
Shit.
Scotty, did you pick up the Terminal this week? Or Terminal?
I did. Yeah, I read it a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, that was pretty solid. Him talking about Liefeld made me think that there was a Liefeld cover in those blind bags, I believe.
There is. Yes.
I grabbed the cover A and the Arthur Adams. That's the 2 that I picked up for that one.
So I picked up the A cover to read. I bought 1 blind bag, opened 1 blind bag, and got the 1 in 100.
Oh, nice. That's Frank Miller.
Yeah. Which I'm an apologist for.
What is that guy's name?
How could you be an apologist?
I don't know. He hasn't appeared in issue 1 yet.
I debated
showed from the Starjammers.
I think he appears in the final page in the little villain shot that they showed.
Yeah, he's definitely a bad gay.
I debated grabbing one of those. They had the TMNT blind bags too.
I picked up one of those. I got the Kevin Eastman Virgin variant on that one.
I grabbed the foil stamped blank because I want to get a cool TMNT cover one day.
This is a very good point. Superman and Supergirl both had about 120 in marketing. Do you feel those 2 productions had similar level of marketing? Not even close. Not even. Superman legit had really, really great marketing.
Yeah, I remember that.
I would be willing to bet that we didn't see some of the Supergirl marketing because it went places like Lifetime Network.
Well, I'm not even referring to like maybe ads running, but with Superman, like it was on billboards, it was like in places and stuff. I forget.
I feel you on that. I
forgot what
feel
restaurant did the
marketing for a Supergirl movie, if they wanted to make it a wider success, would have been targeted away from people like us, because the people like us were already built into the audience for a Supergirl movie because we like comic books. We'll go see a comic book movie.
I think that despite whatever like the narrative that goes around and like general audience conversations, like 50% of the population is women, we need to get more women in to see these women superhero movies. These studios, again, they're disingenuous with what they say and get us saying. The reality is they know women don't buy tickets to this shit. They
don't give a shit about
they
that.
don't
Like there's a few,
give
there's a
shit.
couple. Don't get
They're
me wrong.
not wasting $1 sending a trailer to the Barbie channel for those little girls to see a trailer for Supergirl. They're not that dumb. They're just really not. There's just that many people that they've ran off. There's that many guys that they ran off. And and this is no way representative of like the whole thing. Because I care about Supergirl, I sold 2 tickets to females watching it with my wife and my daughter. Because my friend Burke likes Supergirl and DC Comics, he sold 2 female tickets to his wife and his daughter. Because guys like Supergirl, females will end up with tickets. You don't have any kind of meaningful amount of females going out like they did for Barbie, putting on capes and going in groups of girls. That's not reality. This is a boys brand, and it always has been, always will be.
Barbie's been a thing for it's still a fucking thing.
I think
every little girl starts with Barbies. The Barbie car, the Barbies, and the castles and all that bullshit, man.
I agree to a certain extent, Mark, that they know what they're getting into, but at the same time, if they knew what they were getting into, they wouldn't have ever released this movie with the budget that they gave it in the first place.
The budgets are just brutal, bro. $500 million for Superman. I think it was just under that for Supergirl. Like, it's brutal, bro. How do you expect to make money when your movies are costing you $500 million and nobody's going to the fucking theater?
Right. I just think that if you're spending that kind of money and you're marketing it you're trying to market it to a wider audience, you're going to put some of those dollars into people who don't normally see movies like that. Yeah. I think that if they're not advertising on, female demographic type of programming or things that women are already watching, you're never going to garner that audience. I think that if that's something they didn't do, then that's maybe why it did fail. Because you know what? I don't want to be misogynist, but I will tell you this much. If you've ever been to a Target with a woman, women will buy anything. Women will fucking buy anything. All you have to do is put a price tag on it and convince them that they need it. Women will buy fucking anything.
Oh, and pause for a second. We got the immortal Biggie Sheik here. Haven't seen him in a while. Not since he lost that bet to me. You owe my children a chicken nugget Happy Meal, my friend. Glad you came back. You thought I'd forget.
One nugget Happy Meal to split?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
That's awesome.
They do.
Barbie is a really low print run book, and so they would get Barbie #1 for sure. If they're gonna get a Barbie
AR's right.
They'll get a Barbie one.
And this all goes into what Todd McFarlane said 4 years ago, caught heat from, and I defended him on here when he said, I make boy toys for boys. That's why for every 1 female figure I make 5 Batman figures and 7 other characters, because those figures have to fund the female figure. Little boys aren't buying female figures. There is a
little kids aren't buying McFarlane figures at all.
Pause. No. There's a psychology to how people play with toys and how they feel represented with toys between guys and girls. And that's that kind of study on stuff. It goes back to what we're saying about these budgets. These people have so much more data than we have. And you can go to any store that carries like a large number of McFarlanes. You'll still see Power Girls sitting on pegs. Sure, it's sold out off the website, but you can walk in and get Platinum Edition Power Girls off pegs, Black Canary Platinum Editions. I pass countless, which is crazy to me because that's such a beloved character and you don't get them often. but yet they're peg warming. They'll end up selling because McFarlane's don't end up at discount stores like Ollie's. They never do. They will sell eventually, but they are
clearance them in the stores. You get them for $5 at Walmart. They don't. They clearance them in stores.
You'll get them easier than you can find those that are rare to be made so much easier than the 550th Batman figure in an obscure suit that he puts out. Those will still sell better. They know what they're doing to a degree.
I would say that, but then at the same time, you've got all of these corporations that for how long we're doing these, woke narrative ad campaigns where you got like, California has the every toy section has to be intergender, by law.
That was
California
the conversation with the Todd thing. There's a boy aisle and a girl aisle.
I agree with you.
Girl aisle and vice versa.
I don't think Todd's wrong about that. But what I do think is that corporations are too short-sighted to see that. I think that there's these political narratives that drive business practices that aren't necessarily profitable, and I think that that's become an issue. That how do you navigate doing these things, which is why, say what you want about it as a wider practice, but this past year, how many pride initiatives did you see big corporations do in a retail space? Basically fucking none, because they realized it's not something that makes them money. But for the past 5 to 10 years, it was a big thing.
It's not big. It's not profitable, and they weren't forced to do it this year. So I
don't think nobody ever forced them to do it. They saw it. I think that as far as corporate entities, they saw it as an opening to broaden their audience, and it didn't work. I think that it was an experiment that failed.
A lot of these corporations on like a desk jockey level put into place requirements for their businesses to do such things that many of those businesses pulled back on in the past 2 years. Like it was mandated through your corporate
right. But your corporate body is mandating that. Like it's not an outside mandate from law. Like you're talking about a corporation where the board wants you to do something because they see it as a positive way of building business.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? And they realize that this is just a lot of people being loud online. This doesn't translate into dollars. Same thing happened with the MCU to a large degree. Like the way that it looked there was, remember, Feige came out and said, we're going to make 50% of our line female-led characters. And from that point of them saying that and doing that, it just was diminishing sales returns because their audience is primarily boys. I don't think there's anything wrong with just recognizing reality.
I think that you're also going to be discounting the fact that there was some value to that, because if you're looking at the characters that female audiences do relate to, they're Marvel characters. They're not, the women who like those characters might like Batman and Superman just as much, but they're not being given anything for them in that space. So to think that there are general audiences that haven't become fans of Captain Marvel because of MCU is kind of ridiculous to say that, because she's grown in popularity because of those movies. And I think that you get that across the board. I think Black Widow, you got that as well. Like she was the only female Avenger for a while, and people like you hear a lot of people say my favorite character is Black Widow. I don't know anybody who's read the comics for 30 years whose favorite character is Black Widow.
I completely agree with this stance, AR. Completely agree.
Bitch. Sorry, I just came on random.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Scotty.
You look like Scott Summers' sister with those red glasses on.
Oh, man, we got Caroline.
Sally Summers here.
Sally Summers. Fucking hell. Dude, I need these glasses. Everything's too fucking loud with the colors. I got to tell them to shut the fuck up because they talk too loud. This is how I shut them up.
With colors up.
They got to shut up.
Screaming in my eye.
No, I fucking don't even care. I don't even care, man. It's like, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, how you been, Scotty?
I've been good. I'm just working and collecting. I hit up Heroes Con. I was looking for you. I didn't see you this year. I was so sad.
I was sad too. I didn't get to go because it was just too much going on, my brother.
I actually thought about you not too long ago, though, because I was passing through Nashville, but I wasn't stopping, though, or I would have hit you up. But I thought about you.
Well, I'm not in the city. I'm not in Nashville proper anymore. I've found me I've traded it in for 20 acres and a mule.
Ooh, yeah. Nice.
You have a
Well, it's
mule?
fucking worth it. Trust me. I would. You don't want to be in the city when you got nothing
No.
but creatures and like trees and like it's priceless.
Good for you. Hell yeah.
I didn't earn it. I'm just lucky. I'm blessed. It's not because I deserve it. It's just because I'm fortunate,
Good for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad.
Yeah, that's why I want to, that's why I want, I'm not trying to hate on myself. I'm just saying, like, fuck, man, I feel like I can't believe this because whatever, dude. That's whatever. But yeah, I'm fucking doing a little garden. Got some fucking tomatoes, different types of tomatoes and squashes and basils and fucking green beans and
I'll be gardening too. I've been doing peppers this year and stuff. Yeah,
do you be doing peppers? I'll be doing some peppers.
3 different kinds. I'm doing 3 different kinds.
They ain't been growing. So here's the thing, Taylor Wander. I've been trying to nurture my fucking pinto beans and my peas and these deers, these baby deers, and they want to eat my sunflowers. They want to bite the heads off the sunflowers, and they want to eat my
tomatoes. You get you a shotgun.
No.
Then you can have venison burgers.
Dude, the deer are way overpopulated here in like.
Well, they are. So look, if
they're
they say
rats.
I listen to the game warden, I don't listen to y'all. So when the game warden says where I'm at, it's okay, shoot to kill, then I might let certain people, but I can't be having it because it hurts me too much. But now if there's some disease-ridden bullshit fuckery, I'll go kill. They're vectors for disease, they really are. When they're wounded and sick and they're overpopulated, yes, they're big rodents.
Yeah, they're a problem around here.
In North,
Where
yeah,
you at?
God, they're massive. Where you're at.
Maryland? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like the only thing deer do around here is cause car accidents.
Now, so Caroline, how far are you from Nashville now? Are you like how far outside of Nashville?
About 40 miles due south, round the Mighty Duck. Round that Mighty Duck.
Dang, so you're closer to Murfreesboro now.
Mercerboro, fuck that place. No, yeah, Werewolf of London, yeah. No, Mercyboro's all right. Ain't my favorite, but I am close to the Mercyboro and to the Spring Hill and to the Columbia and to all them's. But I'm due south.
My dad used to work in Columbia.
Do you know what
For
I
years.
just realized
about the cocaine trade?
So they have
everybody does in a place called Columbia.
Well, in Columbia they have mules.
Yeah, they have a mule parade. They have a whole parade for mules.
They have
You gotta get the cocaine out somehow.
Exactly.
They got this little town square.
Yeah, they do. It's fucking insane. But here's the thing: I was doing some thinking. I was doing some intuiting and some wordplay. So, what happens when you mix a donkey and a mule? You get a jackass. Okay, a jackass. Jackass. But what about the girl? Jenny ass. Jenny ass. Genius? A genius? Yeah, a Jenny ass. I'm just saying.
Mind blown.
It's the girls that's worth it. You just make them boys pull. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah. I just thought it was interesting. Shit. Sorry, excuse me. I'm getting a little.
Caroline, did you see He-Man?
No, but I know E-Man, like our friend. E-Man.
Beautiful flowing locks.
He's got better hair.
Beautiful flowing locks.
Samson. He is the Samson of the comic community. If he cuts that hair, we're all dead. We're all fucked.
Man.
The day you see E-Man cut his hair, you know it's done.
I missed him at Heroes this year too. I wanted to give him a big old man hug.
He's a loving fellow, and he's a he's a jolly fellow. It's interesting because him and Fat Stacks are like they vibe. They're like the same wave, and I saw E-Man as like untamable, peaceful, benevolent chaos, and then I saw Fat Stacks as this like, I mean well, but we're gonna do the meats just right, and we're gonna do the timing just right, and they flowed together. They were like a perfect. But see, they danced together.
E-Man is damn near a mystical creature.
I fucking love him. He's my unicorn. Well, he doesn't belong to me, but he is our unicorn.
He's got great energy.
Yeah, I love him. Hey, Jay Ward, if you're a musician, then you need to check out the Stone Roses song. And I think it's called Love Stands or something like that. But that's a fucking song you need to really. Woo! That's right. Stone Roses can jam, man. Ooh, when you hear it open line, they can jam, bro. Anyways, how you been, Mark? How was your vacation? And Bleeker, I'm sorry, I haven't even said anything to Bleeker. I feel like an asshole.
That's okay. You're all right, man.
It's not okay. She can't treat you like that. That's not okay.
I think Bleeker's a second-class citizen as well.
Oh my god.
Oh man. That's
Well,
hard.
he's Canadian, so I guess he's not even a citizen.
They all jumped in on you.
To be fair.
Yeah. He's a no-class citizen.
Yeah.
That guy's got no
pretty
class.
happy where I'm at. Thanks. I appreciate y'all.
Hey man.
He's that maple class. His sweet syrups are just flowing down to us, and we're just getting like the fucking that sweet maple syrups from the Bleak Street.
Yeah. 85% more poutine.
Poutine.
You know what? Fuck, I need a poutine. That's a really good idea.
Dude, everybody needs poutine.
That's a type of food.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like corn, isn't it?
No.
Cheesy gravy fries.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Cheesy gravy fries. They're awesome.
That sounds terrible for your arteries, but amazing in the same way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if I can eat poutine anymore.
Thanks, Jay, man.
I love them all. Jay, I'm just playing. Yeah, I love John Coltrane's great. I've been getting into Dorothy Ashby and what's the chick what's the Alice Coltrane? Alice Coltrane. Okay, here we go. Alice.
I know the Roscoe Pico train. You know, he was pretty good.
That's a good gravy train.
I like Coltrane from Gears of War.
Roscoe Pico train.
What is Gears of War? What type of game is that? Is it like a
third-person cover
shoot 'em up?
Yeah,
a third-person shooter, like Fortnite, like a third-person shooter.
No, it's cover-based. So it's more about like go to that wall right there, poke your head out, kill those guys.
Okay.
The coolest thing about it is it's got a chainsaw bayonet on the Lancers, the main gun.
That's
so like
impractical.
If you go up, no, it's very practical. It's
the most
you can
practical.
come do like a melee attack and you chop these alien things in half with a chainsaw on your gun. It's great.
I am who I am, and I is who I is. I'm Papa the Sailor Man, buddy.
Yeah, and I'm olive oil. If you're Popeye, I'm fucking olive oil.
Yeah, absolutely. Spitting image.
Yeah, just like her.
I was wondering.
No bigger. Bingo bango.
Sorry, I'll start talking like this.
I heard Robert Altman, so he's the one that actually directed that film, Popeye. The real film with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall and stuff.
Yeah.
And I heard it was a financial disaster because they loved doing lots of cocaine and not focusing at all. But I kind of feel like Robin Williams is my spirit animal. And while I have never done cocaine, I could imagine easily being able to squirrel girl and throw everything off track just by having a good time. You know what I mean?
You can see it. You can see it in the film.
My dad hated that movie. I loved it when I was a kid.
I loved it because
they were so
they had no control.
I could stand that movie.
They had no control. That's why they hated it. Like, critics hated it.
I thought it was great.
It's a cult classic.
Maybe it's because I watched it when I was 8. Maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was great. As a kid, I thought it was awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
This
kids
might be
love
Robin
it.
Williams' best work.
Yeah, man.
Yes, because it was Robin
Whoa,
Williams.
Drew, you just made everyone say yes out of.
I'm with him. I'm with Drew on this. It might be Robin's best work.
Yeah.
But look, he absolutely did not do anything he was told, and he was just hilarious. Yes, he was on
I
drugs.
love
but
Robin Williams, man.
I do too, man.
Shelley Duvall as olive oil. It was perfect.
It was really the most perfect.
God damn.
Nailed it.
Sheik, you need to be DMing me on Instagram to take care of this chicken nugget Happy Meal you owe my kid from losing the bet, buddy.
Oh my God.
You owe some nuggets.
It was his bet that he and I just simply agreed to it. And
What was this bet?
It was it was the Superman, Spider-Man, Superman. You know the
which one's going to be better?
The Marvel DC crossovers that they did for Batman, Deadpool, Batman. Then the second one, he just out of left field, he challenged me that the Marvel one will be better than the DC one. And because that's such a subjective thing, we asked like, well, how do we measure it? So we landed on, we'll just simply look at League of Comic Geeks has like a bunch of readers in a community there that rate things that they read. So there's a star system. So we just said, we'll check on that. And then I kindly pointed out, well, let's wait a little while since the Marvel one comes out second, so reviews have time to come in. Because right off the bat, the DC one crushed it, but they weren't nearly comparable. So we waited a while and we checked in on it every Sunday. Every Sunday.
But I want to be able to judge something before I see it just based on the cover.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Like,
why can't I
it was like just 1 decimal point difference that the DC one edged it out, which is the same thing with the in reverse order with the other one. Marvel put out
a decimal point difference. That is a logarithmic change.
The Deadpool Batman did better than the Batman.
That
Deadpool.
is a log 10. That means it's 10 times greater.
I pointed this out.
1 decimal point
Drew,
is a 10
whichever
times
one comes out first is going to outperform whichever one comes out second, because a lot of people I learned with the Batman Deadpool
couldn't tell the difference.
Didn't know it was a different issue. So you don't have as many people and you have a more dedicated audience kind of getting both of them kind of thing. But it was close. It was close.
Or somebody bought 14 variant covers for the first one, and they're like, well, I can only afford to buy 3 variant covers for this one.
Yeah, that's another good observation. Yeah, absolutely.
I have waiting.
The Biggie Sheiks gifted 10 Legion of Comics membership. He said, debt paid, get your kid nuggies. I got to tell you, my kids can't eat memberships, brother.
Oh,
my kids can't eat memberships.
They need to adjust their diet. Is that all they got is memberships?
Start watching.
If you hungry, you better start eating memberships.
Hey, and to be a man of my word, I'm off today, so I will take them today to get chicken nugget Happy Meals for lunch, and I will post it on Instagram. I'll hold up my end too.
Can we make a secondary bet on how the kids rate the chicken nuggets?
They love them, man. They love chicken. They prefer Burger King, but they like McDonald's just fine.
Wendy's got the best nugs.
Yeah, they do.
But see, Mark, what happens though? What about Dino Nuggets? How about? Can you tell me about what emotions does that elicit when you see a chicken product molded into a former great lizard? I think it hurts him. He's going to go get it from his freezer and show us.
The thing about Dino Nuggets is they don't taste nearly enough like dinosaur. That's the problem.
He lives and breathes Dino Nuggets. He's gone.
Keeps them on deck.
All right.
Why do you think they marked
them out?
So I have a question, Mark.
The reason they make nuggets in dino shapes is to dupe people like Mark into buying them.
But do you have
these are mine. These are mine.
I just imagine your wife in the grocery store like, we don't need more dino-shaped food products.
Yeah,
but come on.
Broccoli trees and and like carrot lava and stuff. You have to make this.
Yeah, the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, mashed potato mountain with the gravy. Lava. Yeah, and then you could throw some peas in there. Just throw a few bodies in there.
The peas. Throw a couple of peas on there for trees.
That's right.
Landscaping stones and stuff.
Get a baby carrot in there for, shock effect.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually really want that meal right now. Dinosaurs, a big pile of potatoes and gravy. That sounds delicious.
With some dinos circling it, some chicky nuggy dinos circling it, guarding the mountain.
I'm gonna have to watch the TV show Dinosaurs now.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you the Land of the Lost show from the 90s. Y'all remember that? The 91 where like the family in the deep fall, the earthquake and the crack in the road, and they fall down into the land of the lost.
Let's be honest. I'm gonna be watching Dino Riders.
I'll watch that.
Let's be honest.
Bleak, you're gonna make me pull my toys out. Oh, Scotty,
Dino Riders all the time.
Toy buddy is here. I don't know if you got a chance to look at my Joe Fest video, but you'll get to see the company there. You're aware of all these indie toy companies that are actually massive companies like Mystic Legion, whatever it is, and the Savage Crucible. Beast of the Mesozoic is another huge one that makes highly articulated, highly detailed, high scale painting, as accurate as we have the information for dinosaurs.
Nice.
And recently, because they've done dinosaurs from all the different eras, that's why they say the Mesozoic, so they can include all three major eras in there. But they added this lore to it, created a card game where you can integrate people and technology, and they've made modern Dino Rider toys now.
Oh,
and
man, very cool. Now the
it's almost like I segued right into this.
You did, Blake. But like, here's like the saber-tooth tiger with the tech and the rider on it, so you can buy the Slimodon by itself. Obviously,
saber-tooth Luger.
A saber-tooth Luger.
But yeah, but then you have the people and the tech that goes on it. They have like lore. They have a comic book to go with it, like the whole story behind how you integrate it. And they've like, it's clearly Dino Riders for like modern time.
That's pretty cool.
Come here.
And then you get into the slightly bigger ones. Like then you have the Kilobator, which is like a giant raptor.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Now the coolest part is this thing comes off and it transforms into its own
check out my
cybernetic entity.
Mech.
Yeah, so it's
kitty.
Like this is the back leg, that just would come down.
Yeah,
and like, there's his foot.
It's his foot.
So it's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a full on mech, and you have like the different clans and stuff and all that.
Don't need batteries for this one.
No man.
You gotta feed that one though.
Is that like a Four Horsemen product?
You don't feed a cat; it'll find some food.
Is it a what product?
Is that like one of the Four Horsemen product?
It's
the Apocalypse.
Creative Beast Studios is who makes it. I don't know what you mean. To be honest with you.
Okay.
And then there's the Dilophosaurus. I mean, you can see how like I have it like turned almost in a U-turn. How
my Miss Kitty's tail does a U-turn.
Look how what's cool is this one came out. This one came out, and the cybernetic attachment and the rider came out.
This one came out in 2016.
So I got this one while we were at Joe Fest, and the cybernetic attachment is a flying transforming cybernetic piece. A pterodactyl.
I got mine in a Target
pterodactyl.
That is awesome.
Check this out. Oh my god!
I hear a lot about Joe Fest.
Bro, look at this thing.
It's like it's Shredder, but it's a T-Rex.
It's awesome.
And this whole thing comes apart. You transform it, and it's like it's a glider that he rides. So it's a vehicle. Yeah,
that is awesome, dude. No, I was asking if it was Four Horsemen Studios. That's what they do. Mythic Legions.
Gotcha. No, this is Creative Beast Studios.
I had to look it up to make sure I was telling you the right name.
Yeah, dude. This stuff is just so up my alley. It's insane. As soon as we saw them on the floor at Joe Fest, I'm like, freaking Dino Riders? And Kyle, that's her saber-tooth tiger. She saw that and she's like, "Oh, I love it so much." I'm like, "Oh, you want it? You want it? You want it?"
Basically saying, "I want it. Do you just say yes so I can buy it through you and vicariously live?"
So I bought the other one, the medium one, and then I didn't even plan on going back to Joe Fest for a second day. Went back a second day just to go back and get the Allosaurus because I was having like so many withdrawals, but they're expensive, dude. Because as you know, those indie toys are not large scale, like big box store kind of items, but
yeah, they cost a little more. Yeah, but you're getting a superior product. You're getting an amazing product at the end of the day.
Superior product.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta head to work sadly, but you guys have an awesome day, and
you too, man. Hell yeah!
Hey,
hope you have a good day, Luke.
Yeah,
you too, brother. You too.
Dream of mountains of gravy and mashed potatoes
Oh.
and dino nuggets.
You have no idea.
I hope you stay awake and on task at work.
That is really the key right there, Drew. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Peace, guys. Have a good day, man.
See you, bro. Yeah, I like the stuff Mythic Legions does. I've never invested in their stuff. It's just like, I have to convince myself to not buy so many toys from different toy lines. Like finding a new one is not my goal.
Me too. I'm so deep into Marvel Legends at this point and getting all the obscure characters that they come out with that I just stick to that. I have to stick to just the Hasbro.
Same. I have a policy of not buying another Spider-Man. No, I will not buy another Spider-Man.
I have one Marvel Legends. Let me go grab it, and I'll be right back and show you my toy.
Hell yeah!
Grab them. I say that, but I also am really into Nacelle toys. I like what Nacelle is doing.
Nacelleverse. Oh yeah.
Yes, I am buying that stuff up too. So I lied.
I pretty much stick to Hasbro right now. Black Series and Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classifieds.
Let's see. Hold on. Check out these. Can you see them?
Oh, I see them. Yeah,
the Biker Mice from Mars motorcycles.
Nice. I almost bought those Biker Mice from Mars. I almost pre-ordered the whole set, and then
the headlights and taillights light up.
That's nuts.
And then you got the Sectars, and then you got the RoboForce bots. But dude, they're doing good stuff, man. They really make some badass toys.
Where are the buttons for those? Where are you pushing?
The dash on this red bike. It's on the dash, and then it's right by the ignition on this bike, and then this one is like right on top of the gas tank.
Nice.
Yeah, but the headlights and taillights light up on them. I don't leave them lit up because I don't want to run the battery dead.
I don't blame you.
Those are awesome, dude. Those are really cool. Hey, I'll show you a book I got out and tell you guys a quick story. I got to meet Jim Rugg at Heroes Con, and Jim Rugg's awesome. Nice. So he's really into underground comics like I am. He put together this book about like adult comic books, and it's called F Comics. But it's got this cool stall cover, and I told him I wanted him to tag it. Like do a signature, but I wanted him to tag the stall on this cover. So he put for a good time, call Scott, and then signed Jim Rugg.
That's awesome. The rest of it was the part of the art.
Yeah, like it blends in with the other tags on the stall. But Jim sent me on this underground comics hunt. He was telling me about a booth at Heroes that I had to go visit. They had some really cool stuff. So he actually sent me on like an underground comics hunt. And it was the whole thing, but it was a fun experience meeting him. But I just happened to have that one out, so I wanted to show that too. But Jim's awesome. He's really cool.
Nice.
His Hulk Grand Design book was so amazing.
Yeah, X-Men Grand Design.
The booth that he was alluding to, the name of it was Dreamhaven. So they actually have a website. But I was able to find some first print Robert Crumb stuff, some Reed Waller and Kate Worley stuff, Omaha the Cat Dancer. And this dude that runs the booth was telling me he was friends with Reed Waller. So I'm like asking him questions about him. And he was telling me stories. He's in a nursing home, and he's pretty old at this point. But he was telling me some awesome stories about all these legends that he was friends with firsthand. But that was cool. That was really cool.
Nice. I have the one Marvel Legends. Before I show that, I've already showed you guys before. I've showed you my B. Arthur, and she got laughed at, and I'm pissed off.
No, that's awesome.
Great.
I know Jay's buddies. Oh fuck! I think I know Jay Ward. I don't know. Fuck, man, I'm not sure. Anyways, all right. Check this out.
Did you send Vlogs the link?
I did.
Squirrel Girl.
Fucking Marvel Legends.
Dude, I didn't even know they made that.
Of course you wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm into cool stuff.
Yeah,
I'm into badass stuff, not stupid boy stuff.
How many Tippy Toe action figures you got, bud?
That's
what
super
kind of cool stuff. You'd have more than one.
What's the squirrely's name? Tippy Toe
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yes. It's so there's different ones and like yes. Tippy Toe.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Chitty chuck chick.
That's one that I don't have, but I would like to have. I do need a squirrel.
The one thing I don't like about it is
it,
she doesn't sit on the scooter the right way. I'm not a huge fan. You can pose her like sitting kind of off kilter on the scooter, and it looks good. But like as far as just like having her on the scooter, not a huge fan because the tail affects the articulation. But still, Squirrel Girl, cool figure to have.
Heck yeah, a lot of people didn't know this one was out there, and I'll tell you, I had mentioned to a friend in a lab that I worked in, and she made it a point to seek that out and find that one, and it was tough for her, and so
that may be. I think that's the only Squirrel Girl figure that's ever been done, if I'm not mistaken.
They did I think they did a San Diego exclusive a couple years ago. It's in like a multi-pack.
Well, she did like,
but it's the same, it's the exact same tooling on that figure that they used for the original.
It fucking made me cry. Like low-key.
No, I need that. That was an awesome gift. That's killer.
Low-key made me cry. Yeah, low-key. Squirrel Girl. This is disgusting. Crap.
What flavor is it?
It's this nasty ass drink that Madam likes. And
yeah, but what flavor is it?
Water.
It's fucking lime, but it doesn't.
I like those.
Do you?
I'm a club soda with lime guy. Like that's yeah.
I'm a
working in bars for so long. If I'm not drinking alcohol, club soda with lime will be my go-to.
I would rather.
I like those LaCroix though. La Croix.
Coke.
Yeah, Coke. So, like, if I want it just like good and hard, I'm having and it's been a motherfucker of a day because I don't do it, but every once in a while I'll do a little Coca-Cola Classic.
Yeah,
sometimes
I'm a Diet Dr. Pepper guy in my life.
Scotty Vaughn says Friday morning, let's rock on with the Coke. But I've cut the Coca-Cola out of my life, except for occasional trysts when life is.
It's a lot of sugar. It's not good for you.
Well, it's not about being good or bad. It's about moderation. And it's like a Coke is not bad for you if you're healthy all the fucking time and you just want to drink goddamn Coke. Like it's not. It's moderation. What is that, Drew? What the fuck is that?
That's Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova. I was just looking at the package and I'm like, what is this package? Because the legs were really strong.
She comes with one of the coolest accessories.
Well, she had very man-like legs.
She comes with the
her thighs, birthing thighs.
She comes with a hand that is going through a guy's head.
Her fingers phasing through the head.
Yeah.
Well, I'm there for that. I'm there for that.
Which is pretty dope.
And she's a cool ass character. Jim Rugg recently did a cover with her phasing her fingers through somebody's head on an X-Men cover, and I pre-ordered it. Yeah. It's really cool.
I like Rugg's stuff a lot.
I do too.
I really miss the Cartoonist Kayfabe channel.
Yeah, man.
Sad to see what happened with Ed. That's terrible. You know,
him and Pisker together were a great team.
Who? What?
Ed Pisker.
Oh, Pisker and Rugg. I thought you said like Ham and Biscuit, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Ham and Biscuit's also very good together.
Good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight on it.
But I was a big Pisker fan, and I found Rugg through the Cartoonist Kayfabe, but then realized how much I'd been enjoying his stuff prior to that.
I got weird feelings about the Pisker thing. It makes me hurt. All of it just makes me sick.
I don't know how to feel about that still. I don't know. I'm more exactly a fan of Jim Rugg. I'll put it that way. More a fan of Jim Rugg.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened is the truth.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
I don't either. And it's okay. It's okay to not have feelings too about things because you don't know. If you don't have enough information.
Yeah, no,
sometimes
I don't.
It's just good not to have just don't have a feeling about it if you don't know.
I don't know much about the girls, whatever.
I think there's a reason for that.
I don't know. All I know is I wish he didn't take his life.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's sad. I hate
breaks
that.
My heart.
I hate that.
Upsetting.
I don't
He
like
was
people feel like
you
they have
know, every time I met Ed at a con, he was one of the most generous people with his time. Would, you know, I think when these creatives,
I think he was misunderstood.
You run the
There's
risk
no
of
denying his talent.
not
There's no
nerding out
denying
with the
his talent.
same thing that your fan base nerds out with, but I feel like Ed had a real good way of relating the things that he was into like broader conversation about just random nerddom stuff. And like I feel like every time I talked to him, I was better off for the experience.
That's the way I feel. Like, that's why I just feel so hurt about him and that whole situation, because I just don't know. I just feel like, was this because he's just such a pure good guy? It all feels really strange to me.
Yeah, but then read Red Room, and if you write Red Room, there's really probably no way that you're a normal person.
Yeah, that's one of the one of the few books that ever made me like genuinely kind of feel sick to my stomach.
But you have to look at it as like that was his goal, was to make you uncomfortable with what he made.
But see, that's the thing about art. True artists know that it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. You know, art's not supposed to make you feel good. Art's supposed to make you think about tough things. Maybe
sometimes
both. It's all
feel
things.
Good. You know, sometimes it's supposed to make you feel dirty.
I think the master of doing that is who's the guy that does Ice Cream Man? What's his name?
Is his name Martin? Is that the name? Martin?
No, something Maxwell, the dude that does Ice Cream Man.
Okay. I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's the master of that to me.
I saw this interview with Mark Miller one time. You know, Mark Miller does like some pretty edgy, extreme stuff in some of his books and everything. And Miller, they asked him about it.
Mylar?
It's pronounced Mark Miller.
Okay, Mark Miller with an A.
Yeah, which I called him Mark Millar forever until I heard him pronounce it properly for people who asked him.
Do what you said.
I believe it's Millier.
Millier, yeah.
It's French.
But he said, like they asked him about like these dark tones and themes and some of these kind of like edgelord moments and stuff that occur, and how that weighs on him. And he pointed out it never weighs on me because I don't keep any of that in me. Like I put it on the paper and it's gone. It's not there.
So that's good. That's so honestly, what he's saying is journal for all you ladies out there. It's journal. But yeah, get the ugly shit out of there.
If you can get somebody to buy your journals.
Exactly. What did Neil Diamond do? What did Clive Barker do? Neil
Diamond rocked our faces off.
Neil Diamond?
Yeah.
Gaiman? Which one? Gaiman?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Neil Gaiman was just a great artist.
Oh, but Neil Diamond
Neil Diamond rocked our faces off.
He did.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat 2 is now streaming on HBO Max.
What up? HBO Max? What about
Mortal Kombat 2 is now streaming on HBO Max.
You mean I could have watched that instead of
Mortal Kombat? Bro, it's so good, dude. Like,
is that the one with
exactly
the guy?
What it is. They leaned into exactly what made the 1995 one work, and they recreated the magic of the 95 Mortal Kombat in Mortal Kombat 2. I was not a fan of the previous one from 2021. Like I was unnecessarily offended by that.
I liked that movie outside of the point of view character they gave us, which I thought was terrible.
Well, then watch Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier.
The official apology for the last one is Mortal Kombat 2. I loved it.
Nice. That's
I'm
good.
Looking forward to checking it out.
Is that the one with the dude that played the guy on The Boys? The main dude?
Carl Urban. He plays Johnny.
He played the boy.
He's also in Lord of the Rings. He plays.
I was like,
I can't remember his name. Amer. He's.
I was not like I wasn't like anti Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage, but with that announcement, I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. But then I see the movie and I'm like, this was the perfect casting for this movie. Like
the Executioner,
he crushes it. Yeah, dude, the Mortal Kombat 2 made up for Mortal Kombat 1. I was very, 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 very happy with it.
Well, I'll end up watching it at some point.
Yeah, give it a watch this weekend if you get a chance, or before next Friday or something.
You'll hear about it the second I watch it, whether it's good or bad.
Here we go. Well, we don't hit the 11 o'clock mark. That's my
I gotta hop off, grab a shower, and go to the doctor. So I'm gonna see you guys later.
Ms. Voggs, I sent him the link. He didn't make it in time, but I'm about to go feed the kids.
Is he here?
Chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Adam wanted to sign off, and then that way he gets to be on here for a second.
Yeah, thank you again to the immortal Biggie Sheik, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go get him the chicken nuggets right now. Hope everyone has a good day.
All right, I'll take
Scotty. It was good having you on, man.
Yeah, nice seeing you, Scotty.
Forever. Had a blast, man. I'll come back.
Here every Friday.
Yeah, come back, man. Scotty. Come back, you turd, and get up early.